Okay, Mahigi amemaliza. I think some ngoja tu utajibu Mahigi na Royal Boy na Cosma. Wote ndio to save time and then we give it to Philo. Royal Boy, did you want to say something to Sam?
Yeah, you know, Sam is forgetting Ruto alienda kwa X aka-address youth. Ndio sababu alifanya mageuzi, watu wengine walifuta kazi, akina Ndwale, akina Murkomen, so akina Mbadi wakaingia. Nobody had that issue wakati Mbadi waliingia. The problem is wakati Murkomen walirudishwa, Ndwale wakarudishwa. That's the problem. How do you want them to listen to the government yenye imebadilika tena? So even public participation, my brother was saying about. You remember how Kachwang was doing on wakati wa public participation? Hata ingawa wananchi walikuwa wanakataa hiyo finance bill, ilipitishwa tu kwa nguvu. So my brother, there is nothing we are saying ya kwamba hii government itasikizwa, itaongea. Wameongea, Ruto ameongea na wananchi, but the problem alibadilika tena. So it's not the same. Can he listen the way he listened first demonstration? So that's what the problem we have. Thank you.
Thank you. Sam ngoja tu utawajibu wote na huyu Cosma. Cosma ulikuwa uongee kitu na Sam. Oh,
I wanted to add something.
Okay, after Cosma, ngoja Jack Captain, I just mute you na unaji unmute. Cosma and then Governor, and then Sam will answer to. Sam, make sure you you tap it in your brain what Royal Boy said, what Mahigi said, and what Cosma is gonna say, and what Governor will say, and then you answer them at once. Then we move to the next person, who is Jack Captain, and then Philo.
Mimi nilikuwa nasema hivi, rais wetu angesikiza vijana, hakuna shida ingekuwa, kwa sababu vijana wameandamana akafunja mawaziri. Mimi niko sure angechukua hii mawaziri ape vijana, hakuna vijana wangesumbua rais. Kijii yenye amefunja hii mawaziri waina akapea watu wengine, angefunja apewa hao vijana tu, vijana wangekuwa kileo, hakuna shida. Lakini yeye kusikiza vijana, alisema vijana hakuna, wacha vijana sisi tuweke wazee, tuachane na vijana. Kama Oparanya yeye amefanya kazi kwetu kwa mara ngapi? Umempea waziri, umempea nguvu ya kuongeza mwanamke mwingine. Hii ndio vijana watamsumbua paka leo, kwa sababu ape vijana kazi. Hiyo ndio shida rais yetu ako nayo. Yangu ni hiyo.
Okay, thank you so much, Cosma. Governor ni yako, and then Sam will respond to you guys.
Okay, I wanted to put across kwa ile point yenye anaitwa nani? Mahigi was directing to Sam, like when he said the government is not listening to the youth na watu wengine. You know, government listens to classified information and questions. When you have people wanna flutter to the internet with the kind of questions and reactions they want, they say, I remember when Ruto had a conversation with the youth in X. Aliwaambia, can you guys form a structure where you can deal with the government? What did you guys say? We don't have a structure and we will not form any. Sahi nyongeza ndio huyu anasema ati vijana wangepewa kazi. How can you be given jobs when you do not have a structure that will be used for you to be involved? That's why ODM, a structure, or Azimio, a structure that is there, they forwarded their names. This is why hii revolution ya youth pia wanafaa kuwa na hiyo structure yao. Tuache kusema we are just operating in a void yenye hakuna formula, alafu tunalalamika. Number 2, let us put our issues on paper and take them as a petition to the president and to parliament. Tuache hii mambo ya kupiga stories kwa internet that are not documented. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Sam, can you respond so I can give Anishuka? I'll give Philo.
Yes, I will say this. What happened after that finance bill under the government, President akavunja bunge, aliorganize mkutano pale KICC. akasema anataka kumeet all the Gen Zs at KICC so that he can meet the Gen Zs personally. They refused. The Gen Z said they can't meet with the president face by face, right? They said the president should go to X, and president went to X. When the president went to X, they form a parallel X platform. I was there. I also on that live when the president was addressing the X. There was another group who was discussing another group. So president was like wote walitoka kwa hiyo X, ilibaki tu wachache hapo, unaona. Then okay, the president say, okay, fine, can you form a structure so that I can deal with you? I must know how to deal with you. I cannot deal with you on social media, Facebook, TikTok, X-Space, Nini, all this. Can you have a structured the way I can now address your issues? I meet, elect your leaders so that we meet. They don't want to elect their leaders. They don't want to be the president. They want to address president on TikTok, on Facebook, on X. It doesn't work like that. Or intelligence. Intelligence will not give the president what the youth want. The intelligence will just give the president the risks that are in that the country is facing with Mandamano. But you will not go and address the president and these people want to sack, they want you to sack Duale, they want you to sack Murkomen. Intelligence can't give the president that. The risks that the country is facing, that's what the intelligence will give the president. If you want to have a structured dialogue, the senator, the speaker of the National Assembly is there. We have the church leaders are there. Gen Zs can organize themselves and meet with the church leaders. Then the church leaders can organize and with the president so that they took a memoranda to the president. The president will listen to them and address kama ni issue ya corruption, kama ni issue ya kuvuta watu kazi, kama ni Gen Zs kupewa hizo kazi kwa CS. I don't think the president can have a problem with that because this country belongs to everybody. It belongs to the 60 people. It belongs to Gen Zs. It belongs to us. So you cannot destroy a country because you are a Gen Z.
Okay. Wow.
That is
Go ahead, Mahigi, and then let's give below the mic.
Okay, so something you don't understand here.
Another thing, just give me a second. Mahigi, just give me a second. Guys, can you keep tapping? Naona net ikishake. Usianguke tafadhali. Go ahead, Mahigi.
Sam, vizuri, wewe uelewi what Gen Z want. Wewe unachukua ni kama Gen Z want position, want what? That's not what Gen Z want. First of all, mimi nikifuata what Gen Z wako na shida nayo, rampant corruption yenye unaona tu. Gen Z hawataki high taxation. Sasa unafungua biashara, then unakuwa taxed to the ground. Sasa hata biashara yenyewe ijaanza itaenda. Haya. We have companies that are moving away because of high taxation. That's something that the government doesn't want to handle. So, hizo ndio vitu zenye, hizo ndio issues. Ati kae chini decide si nani Kasmuel atapewa si position gani. That's not what Gen Z want, kwa sababu akipewa hiyo position itamsaidia yeye. Unajua what I like about Gen Z because they have another mindset from you as kama millennials. Unafikiria provided Raila amepata kitu,
let me
amepata ministry, all wako kwa serikali. So that's the problem is here. But Gen Z want
about that. The government
where we have a good environment for business. Everyone thrives. Si ati watu wawili kwa serikali alafu tunasema community. That's not what Gen Z
what I'm addressing national. I'm not addressing.
Some respond to Mahigi, nipatie Filo tafadhali. Yes. Respond to Mahigi and then we move with nipatie Filo chance yake.
What we are saying is not about Luo being in government or not in government. This country belongs to everybody, whether you are government or you are not out a government. If you talk about tax, in this finance bill that has just been passed, the same what you are saying, the companies are running away from Kenya. The government reduced this tax into a corporation tax from 5% mali ilikuwa kwa ile ingine ikarudisha to 1.5% so that it can attract investor to come and create employment. This is one of the issue that the Gen Zs were raising has been addressed in this finance bill. It has been reduced from 5% to 1.5%. These are the things that when you talk with the president or with the head of government or with the speaker, they will listen. Not on the street.
It should be Maigi. Have you guys sitting with the president so that you tell him all these headlines in your umesema hapa? Have you ever called that tarehe fulani we want to meet the president other than one term Ruto must go? Have you ever called him na akakataa ndio sasa mseme Ruto must go ama one term?
Gen Z jai sema bwana one term. Wenye wanasemanga one term ni ndio sisi
hapa. Kuna kinyo unaongea hapa tu hajai sema. Ni nini unaongea za ni nini unaongea mbele ya watu? Ni nini unaongea mbele ya watu? Hajai sema. Hata wewe unatubeba aje sasa hapa wewe. Wewe unaota
kwenda
kulala.
Wewe ndio kwanza
time yangu.
Guys, Mahigi was to respond to governor and then Philo. Mahigi, governor alimekuuliza kitu. Sijui kama ulisikia ama waliongea before usikie.
Na mimi namwambia kitu moja. Kuna vitu must we talk to. Like ukiongea hivi tayari ashasikia. Kwa sababu kama ukiongea hivi utajipata uko kwa Subaru. Inamaanisha they listen. Mbona wasisikie nikisema taxation? Work on that. Why should I go and visit State House to just tell that if it's true and to so you usikize ground. Whatever intelligence yenye iko, you see, listen what the ground is not happy about. Fix it. Lazima amini.
You fear to speak out with the president, but you want to go to State House. You fear talking with the president, lakini you want to go to State House.
Unielewa, nimesema if they can listen to us the social media, what we say, when people say one term, but when people say one term, anasikia. Mbona asisikie tukisema kuna corruption? Mbona wasisikie tukisema kuna ministries zinaraniwa na watu wenye wako incompetent? Mbona wasisikie hiyo?
Yeah, I think let me help Mahigi here. Not that I'm being biased, but sometimes even no communication is communication. In communication world, even no communication is communication. So I'll leave it at that. I'm gonna give Philo so we keep moving. There is Nyando who came up. We have to give Nyando a chance. Philo, the mic is yours.
Yes, thank you so much. And I just want to begin. Sija interrupt Mutu akisubmit. So I need also time. Na mimi
umejua topic ni Sabasaba kesho.
Yes.
Na okay, kama unajua tafadhali yako 3 minutes sawa.
Yes, so I just want to say this beside that kidogo tu just the Gen Z call themselves they are learned. And
okay, hold on. Give me just 10 seconds. Guys, please keep tapping. We are not tapping. Naona Philo sauti yake inatetemeka kidogo. Ni kama tunatingika, but we need to continue with this discussion. So for the goodness of the discussion, let's keep tapping, please.
Yes,
thank you.
They claim they are learned, and yet they want to engage guerrilla warfare instead of professional boardroom meeting, a good setup, professional. And I think they are confusing us because sasa wana engage in what they are not claiming to be. Hata huyu Mahiga besides that Mahiga anaongelea like on behalf of Gen Z, yet we know hata kinyo unasema hiyo about corruption ndio watu ndio namwambia hata sio hiyo. Their issue wako tu na vitu tofauti. Ukiuliza huyu Gen Z atakwambia Ruto must go. Ukiuliza huyu mwingine unemployment. Ukiuliza huyu mwingine, so they don't have that structure as we have said. That's why they are They have said they are leaderless because they can't be leaders. They have said that they are partless. That's why no one can engage them. Yet they want to cause the problem in this nation. He said that tomorrow, about Sabasaba, they want to join Sabasaba. Yet those who, the ways they used to engage the government, those either that maandamano and all that one, yet they want also to join them. And they were saying that they are the only people right now wao ndio kusema kwa hii nchi kwa sababu they are learned, they know things, they can do all things. And hao wengine wakijaribu kuambia wenye hao wenye wanaenda Sabasaba, wenye hiyo siku yao wenye walipigania, wanaambia nyinyi you are a caste generation, don't tell us anything, go there. You know, some of the things the way they have been saying, wamedharau watu hapa nje mpaka hii Sabasaba sioni. I don't know why they are going, because they have said the generation that fought for Sabasaba is a caste generation, and yet they want to join this one. I don't think they are confusing themselves. And those, I've said, I don't think they are the agency that even tomorrow if they will come out, they are not the agency. These are opposition youth, sponsored, very well told instruction what to do on the street so that they could cause harm in this country. They claim unemployment, yet they are causing more harm to the parents of Gen Zs when they are losing jobs, losing shops, business. When they are parents of Gen Z, they are not going to work. When they are parents of Gen Z, when they are losing properties, vehicles banned, things that are happening on the street, yet they are causing the parents of Gen Z to have issues. I don't think even Gen Z's parents that have lost properties, they will support this, what they are doing. And I don't think if Gen Z, they are going to street. Those are youths. Gen Z, they finished their course in with the finance bill. They won. The other days, they were not the ones, but they won. Those were the real Gen Z that did that. But the rest are people who have organized themselves, and that's why the government sasa kenye wanaenda ndio unaona wenyewe wameachwa kwa koti, wanangangana na cash bail, wanangangana huko peke yao, yet wakienda kwa kuchocheana wanaenda wengi. Sasa kwa cash bail wako peke yao, kwa bar ya koti wako peke yao. So these things is also harming them, and they don't know. They should be told. It's not even right now. Kama umecheza kwa uwanja na 90 minutes imeisha, toka kwa uwanja. Ukiendelea kucheza sana tena unaharibu. You are spoiling everything about them. What they are doing, we cannot trust them with the leadership of this country. Even if they want someone to go, but even they are given, can they show the same good maturity the way they are compared to what they are doing now? They can't do it, because what they are showing to us nowadays is showing that they can't be anything. It's just to let tu shida tu kwa kila mahali. But they are not Gen Z who are going to join tomorrow maandamano. That is clear. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Philo. Yeah. If anybody wants to rebuttal, I'll start with who wants to rebuttal?
Cosma.
Okay, Cosma and Royal Boy. Okay, Cosma, chukua mic 30 seconds, alafu Royal Boy 30.
Nasema hivi, huyu mtu mwenye anaongea CNC ni wako opposition, wako na wanasponsiwa na mtu mwenye hajasema jina, na Kenya tuko na security iko juu. Ona wachichika huyu mtu opposition, kama hawa vijana wachaenda kwa barabara, ashika huyo mtu mwenye anapeana CNC pesa before CNC iende kuwanjani kama kesho. Tuwache kutumia kasumba ya ukora, ya unyanyasaji, hiyo ukora kabisa tuwache.
Sawa. Asante, Royal Boy, and then Mahigi, and then Philo to respond. Make sure you keep in tap what Royal Boy is saying, what Cosmo is saying, and what Mahigi is saying. Then you respond once. Royal Boy, go ahead. And guys, please keep tapping.
Philo ukiwa kwa government, it doesn't mean wewe umesoma kuliko hao wetu wengine. You know, when you hear stories like mtu amefanya mechanical engineering baada hajapata kazi, wengine wamefanya, you know, there are people who have graduated with masters, hakuna kazi. So you cannot call them when they are against the government ati hawajasoma. No. If they are raising issues, wako na haki ya raise their issues, they have the right to be listened to. Hiyo wako na right. You know, us who have been supporting Raila wakati tumeingia kwa government, tusifanye kama sisi tunajua zaidi ya wale ambao unajua this government. Watu wenye wako against it, petitions who are against this government ni wale ambao walivote this government. They have any rights to cascade. They have all those rights, so you can't tell them like hawajasoma. And then another thing, let's just be honest, jinsi hawana reader. Kama wangekuwa nayo right now, Ruto angewaweka ndani. That's why wakati aliona wakati jinsi wameingia kwa barabara akaona ya kwamba let him just bring Raila, at least chote ipunguse. Haikupunguka. So for me, I don't think jinsi wako na readers. Kama wangekuwa nayo, saisi angekuwa kwa meza, wakuwe na mkataba na Ruto. And you cannot say like wakuwe na professional discussion about the country kwa Ruto. Hapana. Even when Raila was having issues by the previous government, mpaka hii government, it was just communication ambayo sasa imetuleta katika hii handshake tuko nayo. So there is nothing like professional, there is nothing like hawajasoma. No, there are no issues government inatakana iwajibu. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mahigi. And then Philo respond to the three of them at once, and then I give Nyando the mic. But please keep tapping. Tafadhalini,
Okay,
tapini. But quick question, ngoja tu Mahigi. Cosma, aki sijui Kiswahili vizuri. Kasumba ya ukora ndio kusema? Kasumba ni nini?
Yes.
Kasumba ni nini? Nataka kuelewa Kiswahili yako.
Perspective.
Okay, thank you. Asante sana Mahigi. Chukua mic.
Okay, kwanza I would like to say that nani hapa, Philo, you are so misguided. Umesema Gen Z cannot amount to Gen Z kwanza. That's a generation of people who are aged 12 years old now mpaka 20 something, mpaka 20. Those are Gen Z.
Yeah, 98 from 98 to 2013 wale wamezaliwa kwa hiyo bracket.
Those are Gen Z. So ukisema Gen Z hawezi kusaidia kitu, some of them wamekuemploy, sawa? Some of the cars zenye unapanda kama hii gari inaitwa Matrix wa Ruto ambaye ni Gen Z. So Gen Z ni like usichukulie like hao watu ni madui. These are teachers, unawapelekea watoto wako. These are doctors. Kuna doctors wako 28 and below. Unaenda hapo unalala hapo, you trust your life. Gen Z are still drivers, wanaendesha magari, wanakubeba kwa Uber. So don't have to demonize the whole generation. And one thing I like about Gen Z kwa sababu wako na ile mindset tulifaa kuwa nayo from the start. The mindset yenye unateseka na unaendelea kuvumilia. No. Wako na ile mindset teseka, make a way uchange haraka. Kama kuna mtu ana date Gen Z atakwambia utakosea hao wasichana ovyo. Tell you to your and Messi kidogo amekuacha na amesonga na kuna. So there are people when you wanataka things change. So there's one thing that what tunasema kwa kizungu, either shape up or ship out. The people, a generation that is likely to stay. And kuna siku tutakuwa na Gen Z president. Might not be now. Anaweza kuwa atakuwa maybe president akifika 50 or something. But tutakuwa na Gen Z president. So this is a generation that is here to stay. Hata kama unaichukia, just know. And hata ukiwachukia, your brother, your small brother, Gen Z. So brother.
Thank you. I'll just start with you, Mahigi.
Philo, respond to Cosma, Royal, and Mahigi.
Yes, very fast. They have very simple things to respond. Like for Mahigi, no one demonized these guys. I just demonized what the negative things they are doing. I demonize the negative things they do. And I demonize the way they are causing things in this country. Yet we will expect them to behave as the way they claim to be. That's what I said. They said they are learned, and they are calling other generation that who fought for Sabasaba, they are cast generation. Ati hakuna kenye walifanya, kuna kenye waliachieve, wakae nyumbani huko. Wao ndio watadili na hii dunia sahi. That's what I said. I said I demonize what they are doing, the negative things that are causing to lives and the properties of this nation. They are causing more harm, yet they want the solutions, the problems they are causing. So I don't know wanataka aje. That's what I said. Yes, I know what they are fighting for, but can we have a good, proper, structural, how they have been taught in school, tafadhali? That's what I'm saying. Kwani nani amefunza? Si masomo wamesoma bure. So wamefunza, this is how you can engage, you can have this, you can have, ukitaka kuandika barua ya kazi, unaomba kazi, unaandika in a official this way, you can do this one, write CV this way. That's how wana behave kama hivyo, hakuna kitu kama hivyo. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm mentioning. That's what I'm saying. They are a good generation, but now they need guidance of these Sabasaba men and women who fought, who have wisdom to guide them through, but they don't want. Wao wanataka tu kufanya mambo, kupiga mboka kwa street, kupiga mboka. Wakisema kama kesho ni kupiga mboka, hakuna kitu maandamano, ni kupiga mboka. Hata ukikutana nao watakwambia hivyo, mimi niko mboka boda, niko mboka, kaa kando, niko mboka. So for Royal Boy, tafadhali, to arrest direct, they have to start somewhere. So don't worry. Soon they will reach to whoever is sponsoring all those things. Don't worry. And the government will catch them very soon. So they will not just start from there, but we know very well some of them, what they are claiming, how they are claiming, what they are saying. They are in bed with the opposition from how they are claiming and what they are saying. We see them, how they are saying and what they are doing. So that one should not be a problem. They will be arrested, don't worry. And the issues they are raising, yes, you are saying they have issues, they should be listened to. Remember, Raila went to the street, and when he went to the street, it's not that because of Gen Z that he went to handshake with no, you are lying. I told you need to do a lot of research and do studies. If you're not a Kenyan, try and learn histories and things of this country and follow up updates very, very fast so that you can have something to say. Because I know that day that they were signing a document which had begun long time ago before Gen Z. So let me take my time to educate you a little bit so that you can catch up with whatever took place that day. Raila did not see Gen Z and use that opportunity. No. Some of you are lying to this Gen Z, telling them like that so that they can have head to Baba. Baba had a document and was in a process, was just they were finalizing it, and it just happened that time, and then they came together at KICC and they signed that thing. They agree on 1, 2, 3, which is the same as what the government is asking them, the agency. If you have issues, collect them, put them together. Let's come sit down and let's have a memorandum of understanding. But you people, you are lying this. You are telling this agency to just go to the street to shout the name of people and all that, and yet at the end of the day they'll come out nothing. Like they should learn from the lesson from Sabasaba. Sabasaba, after Sabasaba, there's some things we enjoy. Even yourself, we enjoy. But they were documented. They were put on pen and paper. But when you are calling this Gen Z to come and have pen and paper, they don't want. So okay. Are we going to have something productive or something fruitful in the next few years? No, because they will fight on the street and there's nothing. They will show the next generation. So their fight will be nothing because there's nothing. They got it. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you. Let me give
in summary,
my brother. Let me just hold on.
Guys, mute your mic. Bado mnataka kuongea because Nyando was to speak.
Kuna kitu nataka nimjibu hapa kidogo.
Lakini nakupatia 10 seconds. Jibu haraka sana juu Nyando amengoja sana.
Wakati unasema hao Gen Z wanashirikiana na opposition, I wonder who, Raila Odinga is opposition leader. Who is the opposition leader now? So you cannot tell me, like, unless you are trying to tell me Raila ameingia kwa serikali, amekaa huko.
There's no official opposition.
That's why I've told you. That's why I've told you. You are so behind with whatever is happening in this country. You don't know opposition. You
Guys,
don't know what opposition, even you don't know what they were in Western doing. You don't know what they are moving around. You don't know the opposition. I'm taking a lot of time to educate you and to inform you.
Excuse me.
go
There is
ahead,
no
Governor.
official opposition in Kenya. Our Kenyan constitution is the winner takes it all. Raila lost the election and therefore he does not qualify through our constitution to be called the opposition leader. Anybody can be the opposition leader, including the Gen Zs now. So don't profile Raila as an opposition leader, that the laws of our country do not call him the opposition leader. He is a leader, yes, but he lost. Why call him opposition when he has no office? Number two, Maigi, no, you are just making an assumption. You are Royal, you are making an assumption that the second runner, you are making an assumption that the second runner in any election is always the opposition leader. No, there's nothing like opposition leader in Kenya. If you lose an election, you lose, the winner takes it all. From the MCA to the MP, unless you want to tell us from your ward, there is an opposition leader who was the second runner in the ballot. So, Maigi, this is what Philo is trying to tell you guys. Let us be honest. You cannot breach the same constitution that you want a government to follow, lakini nyinyi mkuwe na audacity ya break the rules in that constitution. You should be fast. You should be the first people to be vigilant to the law. Sio tena nyinyi ndio mnafunja na mnasema ule mwingine asifunje. Sasa hiyo si itakuwa anarchy. Back to the chairperson.
Unajua wakati kuna mshindi na mshindwa. Mshindwa ndiye anakuwa
Royal boy, let us give Nyando time. Let us give Nyando time and let us stop. I think the moderator was not here. Nyamama,
Okay.
over to you.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, Nyando, the mic is yours for 3 minutes. Nyando, what's your take on Sabasaba and what should Raila go on Kenyan politics?
Thank you, Madam Chair, for giving me this opportunity. I just want to talk about what is in the table. Or if I want to say about what Raila is going to do tomorrow, according to me, it is just his right as a Kenyan, because I heard him talking today that he normally go to Kamkunji kwa mambo ya Sabasaba. So let us underline the word he normally. So ni kitu ambayo ameishi kufanya, ambapo hatuwezi mkataza, sababu hata yeye ako na wafuasi ambao bado wanamsikiza. He's a Kenyan, tumruhusu tu afanye vile anataka. When we are going to Gen Z's Sabasaba tomorrow, it is also our right ya kuenda kwa streets, ya kufanya peaceful, or ya kuenda kudemand what we need, we as the Gen Z's and we as the people of this country. Tomorrow, I don't think ni mambo ya vita. People will just march to the streets to demand good governance, good leadership, police brutality, to stop by asking the government to stop police brutality, and accountability. Hizo vitu nne, I think ndo watu wanaenda kusema kesho kwa street. And we have to go to the street so that the government can listen to us. The government will not listen to me when I am on my house. I have to go to the street so that the government can hear my voice. So the same way the government will protect supporters of Baba when they go to Kamkunji, is the same way the government have to protect us also when we are on the street. The government can listen to us when we are on the street, But marching to State House, I don't think it is the solution. When we are saying that we are going to occupy State House, then hapo mimi nasema tunataka vita. Yesterday I advised my younger brothers and sisters that why can't we just kutafuta tu nini inaitwa aje kiwanja mali fulani kutafuta tu, bado government watatusikiza tu, lakini mambo ya watu wengine ambapo watafanya kazi hapa online ya kudrive attention yetu ya kwamba watafanya kazi hapa online ya kudrive attention yetu ya kwamba let us go and occupy nini must protect the life of protesters and the property. That's why I said the same way they will protect those who will be on Kamkunji ground is the same way we are demanding to protect us when we will march to the streets. So, Madam Chair, as I want to raise my case, I just request my brothers and sisters, Gensis, that there is nothing there is nothing that we can achieve when we go to State House. What we will achieve is just death. But we can have strategies to fight for us, fight for what we need, and to bring change, but not going to State House. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Nyando. Anybody who wants to rebuttal on what Nyando said, or want to add, or want to inject, or wants whatever,
Nyando,
anything?
niko na swali kwa Nyando.
Okay.
Nyando, nakuuliza hivi, umesema mzuri watafute uwanja tuende tukiinua bendera. Hatukatai kununua bendera. Unajua kama tunakupa mfano, Rigijia na kuanga uwanjani huko. Unajua miti haionyeshi taka mbili, nusu saidi, taka moja imetoa huko kitambo. Mtasikizwa namna gani ukisema tutafute uwanja uinue? Mtaonyesha kweli kwa TV gani mtaonyesha? Itakuwa inaondolewa kila siku. Huyu mtu inatakana kwenda street, watu watembee ndio hii taarifa iwe tamu.
Ndo maana nimesema.
Okay, Nyando, respond to Cosma.
Cosmas, I think you know me very well. Maybe haukusikiza chenye nilisema. Nilisema government wanaweza kutusikiza tukiwa kwa street. Hawawezi kutusikiza tukiwa kwa nyumba. Then kesho kwa mambo ya Sabasaba. Sabasaba, I think it is not a demonstration. Tungetafuta kiwanja mahali, tuende tukae hapo from morning to evening, tukiimba wimbo za watu nini ya ukombozi na wimbo zenye zina na vitu, na tuseme vitu zenye tunataka kutoka kwa government. So
Okay.
I think will ni misunderstand. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Anybody?
Addition.
Thank you.
Okay, wacha nipatie governor and then Philo wewe, and then tuende kwa Ukiki.
Okay, I wanted to add on what Nyando is saying. Hatusemi watu wasiende street ama waende kwa uwanja yote kama Kamkunji. What Nyando is trying to say, tomorrow should be the most peaceful picketing day. in commemoration, for us to commemorate what happened during Moi era. This is what we are supposed to do. And I began wakati moderator alinipatia time. Nikasema, Gen Zs have not classified their claims. They have not put them clear. Unapata tu, you ask them what's your problem, Ruto must go. One time. Now, kesho ndio siku ambayo ni muhimu sasa. Let Gen Z go and address the media there while seated. Now waandike everything they want and they let them give the government an ultimatum that in 2 weeks or in this time, please address this and that. Lakini hii mambo ya kila mtu anapost kwa Facebook, mwingine anapost X, and you want the government to follow millions of youth in the social media and take a book and write down what they say. I'm telling you, government gives attention to official communications. Let us classify what we want and put them on paper and petition them to the right offices.
Mr. Governor, His Excellency Governor,
Yes.
you know, don't say that these Gen Zs, they don't have agenda. They have not put them clear on the table. These people are very, very right, 100%. They are what they have on the table is by telling the government to stop abductions, to stop extrajudicial killings, and to stop police brutality. Ama hizo si agenda. Na
Sijasema hawana agenda. Correction tu. Before you continue, correction tu. Si kusema Gen Z hawana agenda. Nimesema agenda zao ziko scattered. Nimesema tu let them arrest their scattered agendas and put them together for formal communication. That's
but
what
they
I
have
said.
raised. They have raised them.
But they are scattered.
I think the most important here is, you know, you can hold a government accountable when you presented your document with all your complaints, official complaints certified and delivered to the office of the president, and they fail to respond to it after you give them even an ultimatum to try and reach out to your demands, and then they don't, then you have a right to go picket. That's what I think governor is saying. I could be wrong.
Exactly.
Yeah.
These guys have not hata kusign signatures enye ita support what they are saying. Let you have 1 million signatures that will support your ultimatum. And then from there, sisi wote tutasema sasa hapa serikali imekataa kuwasikiza. Lakini having scattered views all over and you want the government to follow them and cluster them for you and bring them clear to you and again give you answers. I think it will be a very tiresome process.
Unajua kwa nini nilisema hivyo, Governor, unajua kwa nini nilisema hivyo? Governor, just a minute, Madam Chair. Unajua kwa nini nilisema hivyo? Nimesikiza baadhi ya watu wengi sana wakisema hapa agenda yetu yenye tuko nayo tu eti ni must go. So must go is an English word. Is it prohibited when I say must go? It is an English word. Ni kama tu kuja ama enda. Hiyo tu, it is an English word. I know that is the main problem yenye watu wako nayo hapa. They don't want us to say must go. But must go is an English word. So when I use that English word, go and ask wazungu pale walisema hiyo maneno ya must go.
Let us agree, Nyando, let us agree. Umeongea vizuri. Now, what you've said is exactly what we are saying. You know? Now, wewe sahi uwezi stukia tu kwa street useme huyu chief unataka ende. There must be something that huyo chief anafanya ambaye hamutaki. So you must address those things to the area chief. Mwambie chief, hii na hii na hii inafanyika, hatutaki. Kama uwezi zifanya hii na hii, then you go. It is an English word, yes, but it's got a meaning. Why must the chief go? That's what we are saying.
Okay, you know, Sam, just a minute. Sam, you know, the president must know that I am his boss. I am his boss. So when the boss is tired of you, you have to leave. Yes, we are his boss. He's our servant. So when the boss is tired of you, you have to leave. And when I say you must go, you will leave, whether you like it or not.
Nyando, please, you better place that to the
No.
constitution. When you want to remove the president just casually,
Nyamama, let me talk. Nyamama, let me talk.
A legitimate president that was
Hold on.
put there through a constitutional process, and then you want to come and say, breach the constitution and the president leaves without following the due process that brought him in. Then that's why people say, nyinyi Gen Zs mnapotea njia. Unaona?
Okay. Okay.
Have you heard
Wacha nipatie.
that when we are saying that
Guys,
we want to do a coup?
Wacha ni rebuttal tu kidogo dakika mbili alafu.
Ngoja Fila alikuwa
Nyando,
rebuttal
it's a
alafu
coup,
ngoja
it's a
tu
coup.
kidogo.
It's me.
It is not a coup. It is not a coup.
Yes.
No, it is because he was constitutionally put there. But I'll give Philo ongea alafu Mahigi, and then we'll be back to governor.
Yes.
But guys, tap.
Yes. Just immediately from the what they are talking about tuko boss ni jina tu, kwa sababu tulimweka na katiba na tulimweka through a process you went to take a vote, voted and declared all that. So why you jump all those process and you want to go banana republic and anarchy? So that's why there's a process in this country you must follow. It's not that you are a boss. You're a boss, you have to follow the process, to obey that process so that you can subjected all those things properly. So back to what I wanted to say about the agency, but if umesema kwamba Nyando kwamba babu hiyo issue yao documented, waambie present kitu kwa parliament, watafute mtu wao Ojwang around that age of the agency au senator, peana hiyo kitu huko, peana huko, mwambie wewe peleki malalamishi yetu kwa senate to discuss and the nation will be listening through those discussion. Jamani,
Okay.
why are we taking these things like that? That's what we are trying. We must listen. They must also listen. They want to be talking and they don't want to listen people to advise them. They want the government to listen to them, and yet people who are advising them, they don't want to listen. Sasa wao ni wakina nani? Ndio tunawaambia nyinyi mkijifanya nikifua mbele mtaumia tu, na baadaye hakuna kitu mtatoka kwa barabara mko nayo. Let me lastly to say this one. Doctors, when they andamana, they have a document they are claiming. They said, we sign a memorandum of something and this, you have not government fulfilled. We are going back to studio. We are giving you 2 weeks. And they are referring of something. But these ones, they have nothing to refer. We are telling them this should have something to refer. Wakwe nayo. At in 2 years, they can go back and say, aya, tumeannounce tunaenda kwa street kwa sababu tulikupea muda, you have not fulfilled this and this. Teachers the same, they do the same. The lecturers, they do the same. They have. And yet, these are the teachers who teach these children. They have taught these young people. They are lecturers who have lectured these young people. And yet, they are not following example.
Ulikuwa unatoa 2 points zako.
Nakwambia, umesema The government is not listening them, and there's nothing. The government is rogue, and they just go to a field and shout there and finish and go home. But this government, there's nothing they will do.
No,
But yet the government, there's a way
I
you can
didn't say,
address
Philo,
and in a structured
Philo,
way.
I didn't say, Philo, I didn't say that the government is wrong. I said we have the police officers who are very, very wrong police officers.
Yeah, no, you said this is a wrong government.
You said it. This is a wrong government.
I said the government. I said the government is rotten to the core.
Nyando, unless you replace the word
Rotten and rogue.
I said
Yes.
rotten to the core. Rotten to the core.
To the core. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Not wrong.
Hold on, guys. Okay. So the main problem here, I think we are in the same page.
Yes.
You guys know they have an issue. The way they are presenting it is the wrong way. Okay, back to you, Governor, and then I give Okiki Amayo 30 seconds to rebut.
I wanted to remind Nyando one thing.
Then Mahigi.
Yeah, Nyando should learn to respect the Constitution first before he calls up the politician or anybody he don't like in government to respect the Constitution. You cannot say you are the boss and for a legitimate government to leave all the legit process that installed him there to follow your words when you say one term, atoke na wache ile. Katiba pia kama wewe boss mwenye unasema wewe ni boss, imekupatia wewe njia ya kutoa president. Number one, you take a petition to National Assembly. Now sign signatures. That petition will be discussed there while you are waiting here. MPs will vote to impeach the president. Unaona? Going to State House is a coup. You are going to create a civilian coup there that will take power from you to the army. And when power goes to the army, you become powerless. You being the boss, utaacha kuwa boss. Then the constitution that gives you all these rights that you enjoy now is going to be suspended. After it's going to be suspended, you will not rule in the way you prefer now, where you say you are the boss. Then, listen to kidogo, unisikie kidogo. All these rights will be taken away from you. Now we go to court martial, how do you call this? Martial rule, hii ya jeshi. Itakuwa mimi napigana na wewe na nikikuumiza hakuna police station utaenda kuripoti. Na hiyo sasa ndio inaitwa Banana Republica. Tunakuwa tunauana hapa, there is no rule. So please, you cannot come and say nyinyi jenzi ndio mnapenda inchi kuliko sisi wote. Sisi wote tunapenda inchi. And when we try to advise you that tafadhali mfanye hivi, we are doing it for the best of our country. None of us would wish tuumie kwa pamoja for a problem that we can correct as early as now. So, hakuna mtu anakataa mambo ya Gen Z. Governor. Kila mtu anataka mlete change.
Okay, wacha nipatie Mahigi pia alikuwa aongeze kitu, alafu Nyando respond to Governor and respond to Mahigi. Both ndio tusipoteze time, and then Okiki can talk because inachukua too much. And guys, keep tapping, please, keep tapping.
Okay.
Watu hawatap, hebu mtap, tumeshuka tena.
Ilikuwa niambia tu Governor kitu. Like akishikwa apelekwe kotini na asipatikane yala amekufa. That's something kupeleka for sure. A matter of the leader of the country happen and this must a document to tell the leadership to obey court. Like
through chair, a quick one. It's like sorry.
Another thing, we are saying that we are role models wenyewe, like wenyewe tutastomach hizi watu happen, sympathize and move on, and then it happens to another person. Inafika mahali something, umeniona na makosa, nipeleke milimani, nipeleke residential court ya anywhere you want. I meet a judge. Let me meet a killer squad. What is that? So that's what's happening. We are already a banana republic. Because we are trying to avoid.
Question.
Utapatikana na mtu, utapata mtu na makosa kesho, serikali mshike apatikane. Sasa angalia ka Albert kwa wazazi wake, so wazazi wanajua nanga sasa atakuwa kotini mpaka akakuja na title mtoke ako wapi, taenda. Are we not a banana republic? Equally, the rule of law.
Question to you, Mahigi.
Can you respond to that?
Okay, let me respond.
Hold on, Philo. Philo, ngoja nani amjibu. Governor amjibu, alafu utamjibu, alafu.
Sawa. Mahigi, when you say you want the president to take to centralize all powers, even for those independent institutions like judiciary, you know, you want to tell us the president should dictate. Ati amke tu siku moja a make press conference aseme this should stop, when he swore to protect the constitution. To protect the constitution, I mean to protect independent institutions and other things. The president cannot bring change to police brutality spontaneously. If you want, and that's why we say that's where you go wrong. You are pointing a finger to a wrong person. The person who can bring or who can do amendments and bring new policies is the assembly, our parliament, both Senate and National Assembly. That's where we should take the claim to. Otherwise, pointing fingers to the president is how do I say, is misleading. You are misleading yourselves and you are pointing fingers to the wrong person. The right person that will serve the judiciary with updated laws is the parliament, not the president. If you want, if the president cannot dictate anything outside installed constitutional systems. And the system I'm referring here is, if we have rogue police, parliament should make amendments or policies, and those policies will be taken to judiciary, so that when the police go wrong, any Kenyan can petition the police in the judiciary, and a judge will rule over that. That is my reaction to. Thank you.
Our parliament inapitisha finance last year. Kila mtu that paka wameenda kwa ground wamekatazwa. Wanapitisha hiyo kitu. That's the parliament want us.
Do you know
guys, mute your Mark Nalungu, please mute your mic.
Do you know last year, Gen Zs did not present a petition to Parliament? There was no written document that was sent to Parliament when Parliament was discussing the budget. But we were all over the X space and these other social platforms. And that's why I say government responds to formal communications. If you take a formal communication, a document signed, and a document that has signatures of many people saying we want change, government will definitely respond to those changes. Last year, ilikuwa tu tunaenda street and there was no petition. Na katiba inasema uko na haki ya kupetition anything that is agitating you. But you did not petition anything. That's why Parliament, ikaona to you guys are ignorant, you are not informed, your claims are unclassified. It went ahead and passed the bill ambayo ilikasirisha Wakenya zaidi. So tunarudi kwa ile yenye tulisema, we need to classify our claims, put them to paper, and then take it as a petition to the offices that we think will hear us. That's what we say.
Okay, I think we're going to move to the next person. Yes. I think Sam wanted to say something.
I wanted to say something.
Oh, Philo, it was you, yes. Philo. Go ahead, Philo. Yes. Please quick, and then we give Okiki.
I don't know why Gen Z, everything in this country, they don't want. They don't want everything. They don't want everything. They don't want, if you point them, this is the direction they should take, they don't want. You want to attack anyway. The MP is the representative, or MCA, or their senator is the MCA, whom they elected. If kama wanaona yeye wakimpea malalamishi yao hawafikishi kwa bunge, they should not point to the president, must go. They should point to the parliament, MP wao wamfukuze nyumbani. But saa hii ukiwatafuta utapata MP, as long as MP ako kwa opposition, hata kama afanyi chochote, wanamsupport. So hata sijui wanasema tu parliament iko aje, sijui iko aje. Yet kuna members on their side wamekula hata pesa ya CDF. Wamekula hiyo corruption, anataja hapa ati government iko na corruption. Ni MCA, ni MP wao wengine wamekula pesa ya CDF. Wamenyakua mashamba huko. Lakini they are not talking about that, they are pointing fingers to the president. A wrong pointing direction. Yet they will not even get the solution because they are pointing the wrong direction. So if they don't trust in parliament, their MP, they know the process. They are learned. I call them, they are very learned. They should go and read what they're supposed to be done, the process to their MP. Because huyo ndio anatengeneza sheria. Now, the president will come and go. The police service will remain there as much as unasema kuna police brutality. Police brutality itaendelea kukua kwa serikali zote. As long as you are pointing the wrong person to go. But police service is remaining there. Itabaki milele na milele hapa. Lakini marais watabadilika kukua kata 100. The other thing I wanted to say to Mahigi is that sometimes musisikie vitu za rumors here and say. Alafu nikuulize tu swali moja. Umesema about corruption. Nataka kwa serikali ya Moi kulikuwa na Anglo leasing 60 billion. Kwa serikali ya Kibaki kulikuwa na 70 billion. Ya Golden Back ya Moi, ya Anglo leasing ya Kibaki 70 billion zikapotea. Ya hapa ya juzi hii tulisikia mambo ya Kemusa. Na mambo ya Kemusa na hiyo maneno. Na saa hii nataka utaje major corruption ya Mahiga, unataja kwamba Ruto must go. Taja major corruption iko even more than 70 billion now on this platform so that we can agree with you. Muna advocate. Now I ask you that question, you answer now.
What? Mahigi. Please, Okiki amengoja sana. Okiki amengoja. Jibu tu kama kuna corruption umesikia kwa Ruto. Sema tu moja alafu nipatie Okiki. Imekaa sana. Tafadhali, amengoja sana.
Kuna hii ya kudispose of drugs. So, mbona tufike hapo? Like that shows very gross incompetence. So, mbona tufike mahali dawa zinahitajika? Yes, naenda Vihiga County Hospital sipati dawa, naambiwa napelekwa kwa pharmacy. Then Duale wants that because ile time minister hakuweza kupeleka drugs, so we have to dispose because I've been buying drugs outside. Now drugs, where are we coming from? Then another thing,
wacha tu kwanza nipatie Okiki. Tumekaa sana, and guys keep tapping. Tutarudi watu wote
hajajibu swali.
Ya pesa pengine anasema ya madawa.
Ya madawa ni county. Ya madawa ni county.
That's a county level.
Yes.
It's not a... Okay. Tuache tu
because ni KEMSA. KEMSA is a
Okay.
government agent.
Sawa.
KEMSA supplies medicine procured by county government, not national government. So please.
Okay, sawa. Okay, guys, wacha tupatie Okiki. Okiki, the mic is yours. Sijui kama umejua topic.
Yeah, yes.
Okiki?
Yes,
Okay,
yes.
go ahead.
Thank
Umejua
you.
topic?
Yeah, we know the topic.
Okay, go ahead.
The only challenge is that it has been diluted so much by the speakers who have been diverting from the main theme. Okay, to start by Raila Odinga's participation in tomorrow's Sabasaba is just meant to distract attention of the Gen Zs. That is in my opinion, because Raila Odinga knows the history of Sabasaba. They were the founders of Sabasaba. And he has looked at the Gen Zs keenly, and I can confirm what Raila thinks in the mind, that the Gen Zs have got no proper direction and they have got no substantive agenda, leave alone being partyless, leave alone being tribeless, leave alone being leaderless. If Gen Zs are left alone on their own, the way they're going, they are not going to achieve anything. So their participation in Sabasaba, one, is going to be, they are going to be interfered with by goons who will be hired, like today you have seen at KHCR, KHK, at the human, KHRC. So the likelihood of being interrupted tomorrow is also there. And Raila Odinga will want to take part so that he can dilute the negative energy which might take part in the streets by taking a portion of the people to Jivanji Gardens. And I will appreciate if he may address the people there. Now, to the Gen Zs who will want to take part, like a brother is talking there very harshly, Gen Zs who have got a presentation to put to government authorities in the first instance, I doubt if they have got the rightful agenda, because they do not have a strong and stable leadership that will that might be addressed. You know, the Gen Z movement is an amorphous movement, which in the first place, who is the Gen Z? What do they stand for? How long do they want to operate as Gen Zs? What are their conditions? What is their formation? It is something that includes, like, almost every stressed citizen, every perplexed, every indifferent type of person. So there is no clarity. If the Gen Zs really want to achieve anything constructive, then let them be segmented into regions. Like, let's say University of Nairobi has got a Gen Z caucus. Kenyatta has got a Gen Z caucus. Nairobi CBD or Nairobi County has a Gen Z caucus. Because our wants, our wishes and desires also vary from one group to another. And remember, Gen Z has got no age limit. This, as you can see, our mothers have joined the race, our fathers have joined the race, and even Oburu Odinga is also calling himself a Gen Z. So, in my view, I may say that Gen Zs might not achieve however much we may want to fight. The fight might not be very successful at the end of the day, because the moment we do not have a leadership, fine, we will take our presentation to the relevant authorities. But will we really be addressed? Who will accept belling the cat that now we have had your presentation? Now, who do we tell our response? Who is the correspondent in these letters you are bringing to the government officers? There will be nobody, because they do not even trust themselves with their own leadership. They do not even trust themselves with the political leadership. They do not even trust themselves with almost anything. Their main agenda is one term. Main agenda is Ruto must go, which is not a solution to the problem. Because even if we will be given an angel, that angel will not be better than Jesus Christ who was crucified. Let us face the facts. if we want to achieve anything, let Gen Zs be put into segments, into categories, into groups, so that the Gen Zs in Mombasa, their problems, if it is a drug addiction or unemployment at Mombasa level or at the coastal region, let that one be dealt with there and then, separately with a different government body or agency. If it is in Nairobi, let that one also happen in Nairobi. If it is in Nyanza, let that one happen in Nyanza. But fighting a collective war where almost everybody is involved, including thugs, including robbers, including rapists, including goons, and including intellectuals, that is a fight that cannot lead to any substantive victory. It is a battle, it is a war, it is a movement that is headed to the rocks because there is no clear direction and there is no clear leadership. And even if we will take a presentation to the government, they will not consider the seriousness because nobody owns it. Nobody will
Thank
be.
you.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you so much. We don't want to repeat ourselves. Anybody who wants to rebuttal? If not, I'll give Elisha Nyakeno. Anyone who wants to add on what Kiki said or rebuttal or spice it up? Sam, go ahead.
I just wanted just to do a reminder. Just a minute. I just wanted to do a reminder. Okiki has talked very eloquently, very nice. It is all the things that somebody wanted to hear, and I think every region has a different, unique problem. So that's a very good idea. Me, I want to remind the Gen Zs and Kenyans as well. They must know the conditions on which elections can be suspended. 2, when the country is fighting war with a neighboring country. That's number 1. Number 2, when the country is in a civil war, an election can be suspended, just like what happened in Democratic Republic of Congo. Election was supposed to be undone in 2021. It was suspended in 2022. It was suspended until last year, 2024. And those period when the election is suspended, the president in that particular time, those years are not counted. It will be only counted when the time he is sworn in the office of a new term. So the Gen Zs, as much as they want to cause commotions and they want to change, they must consider that Parliament has a power to suspend the election of 2022 if the country will be in a crisis indefinitely. So if they will continue seeking one term, they might end up losing that one term. Finally, I finished my point.
Thank you.
Okay,
Mahigi,
first of all, I
30
think
seconds.
Group ya Gachagua ya one term.
They are one. They are one.
They are not one.
They are one. They are one. They write even on placards. Wanaandika mpaka kwa placards. Ni nini unatuambia wewe?
Okay, wanaweza kuja wakuja.
Wote ni kitu moja bwana, mnajifanya hapa mnajificha ficha hapa na
Nyamaze mimi naongea.
Philo, hold on please. Guys, keep tapping. Mahigi 30 seconds. I think umeongea 10 seconds. 20 more seconds alafu governor alafu nipatie Elisha.
Okay, I would say the two are not. Gen Z hata hawako na shida na ile. Zakosa kufanya. What once nataka kuona inafanyika vizuri. We want to see jobs being created. We want to see taxes down. We want to see changes. We want to see ministers wazuri wamewekwa. Sasa tunatuwekea minister wa IT. Hajui anything about IT. Tunatuwekea minister of health. Hajui anafanya. I'm not saying, I'm giving as an example. We want hata wanaweza fanya hata election. So, but what we want is the country habitat. Even ndio tunataka. We want to see them now. Yeah, itangoja tu. Watu wa one term na two term. Shida wanafikiria nani atakuwa president. That's not the problem. The problem is, okay, tutaweka president na bado tutapata the same problem I repeat, we want change. No matter who is the president, we want change. That's the problem. We want, and we want them now.
Tumekupata.
Okay.
Yeah.
Governor and then Philo ala Felicia. 30 seconds, please, Governor.
Okay. There is something that Sam has brought up. And today, before I joined this conversation here, I was with Maraga. Maraga was here on this platform live through the News Guy account. And I asked him a question about the legal process of election in Kenya. It has taken us long to constitute the IBC. That means, and the Constitution has given timeline for us to constitute the IBC. I'm saying this in relation to what Sam just said. The Constitution says IBC should be constituted 2 years before the next ballot. Now, this is what I anticipate that it will lead to suspension of election because we will have a constitutional crisis. We are in 2025, election will be in 2026. Then the IBC has been constituted and there is someone that is dragging the process in the court by petitioning and a court order has been obtained. We only have about 5 months for the IBC to be installed before 2026. Now, what some has said, we might, in the end, we might not have election in 2027. And that is a very big constitutional crisis. To Mahigi, when you say we are not getting you clear and you want change, there is no government that has ever brought change spontaneously. Every change in government is budgeted and it comes in a finance bill. And there is no change without money. When you say you want the government to reduce taxes and you want the government to bring change in a speed manner, then you are wrong. Number one, you have to give government money for government to create job and to create a good environment for job creation and other things. You cannot say you want jobs and then you don't want to pay tax. Government cannot create jobs for you. Number two, you can. There is a point that you wanted us to get from you when you said you are not for Gachagua or for government. Then stop singing political slogans. Stop singing. There is this guy mwenye alikuwa anasema una retaliate, una digdo. He said one term, and that is agency. There were placards. One term, Ruto must go. That's why we are saying, you guys, you are doing a good job by putting government to task. But you guys are a political movement. When you become a political movement, that's why people are trying to tag you to a political movement, like for the governor, for Gachagua or for President Ruto. Can you be clear on your claims? People will understand you. Otherwise, you are confusing us using your slogans, other things. Thank you. Back to Chair.
Yes.
Okay, thank you so much. I'll give Philo, so we move to Alicia.
Mahigi, try to, when you are being given wisdom, try to get them, because unaambiwa unarudia the same thing. Unasema government inafaa kufanya hii, tunataka solution, tunataka fanya hivi, tunataka wasikize. Na tumekuambia there are ways of presenting, have it documented. Unarudi tukishinda tuko kukuambia, unashinda tukilialia. Sasa sijui utalana aje. But anyway, ni sawa, endelee tu hivyo, because sasa ni mko hivyo, sasa tutawasaidia aje. Tunapea wisdom, in wisdom and tunawaspare. The only way to get your solutions ni wacheni kufanya economy, kama kesho itapoteza pesa, na hiyo pesa mtahitaji. Wacha hizi mambo ya kuchoma barabara lami, hiyo lami tena mtahitaji kwa budgeted pesa. Hiyo lami mnachoma, budget na police station mnachoma, mnaiba bunduki tena itahitajika kununuliwa ingine. Police station itaenda kujengwa around tena pesa mamilioni. Yet you want services, you want good governance, you want what? So stop destroying things that you are destroying. Have a structured and have a documented thing, and you can present it whoever you think you can trust in government, in parliament, because unaona kuna wale mu trust, but someone can you trust present hiyo kitu kwa hiyo parliament mwenye mnaona juu wote hawezi kuwa naye, msitudanganye wote wako wenye wako kwa opposition yenyu hiyo, unaweza wapea hiyo kitu wapeleke. So I think that is what I can tell you. Try to get wisdom. Usirotate tu kitu moja tu, tukizunguka tukikwambia kuna way, kuna solution, you can present this your issues, you can go this. We are showing you the way. In fact tunakupea wa Kenya, tukwambia wewe pita hapa, enda utapata hiyo solution. Enda hivi utapata hiyo solution. Panda hivi utapata hiyo solution. That's what we are telling you. There are many. Kenya has everything that can solve everything in the problems of this country. Kenya has it. To start with the Katiba, with the resources, with everything. Kenya needs peace so that we can have investors, things can come calm and we enjoy.
Thank you so much, Philo. Mahigi. Aki Elisha amengoja, but in 10 seconds tafadhali ndio Elisha aongee.
Respondie tu haraka haraka. Yes, wacha tuanze na governor. Governor kuna vitu zingine yes, naweza ona. Kama police brutality matter of working out. Amekosa. Na polisi aliua Rex, alipatikana vizuri sana kwa but unasikia wanasema evidence. Ndio kwa video mpaka kuna hata tuseme government want an businesses because of the cost of running high. Why don't the government sit down with such something? Government watches helpless. Business moja ikiepa ama mahali company kutoka mpaka my own friends wako na company wanatoka wanaenda wanaweka sanity. Then yes umesema kuna petition, but kuna vitu zingine like sasa niambie watch kwa news somebody kama hizo, just a matter of kuwe na political willingness,
political goodwill.
Yeah, that's the term.
Okay. One second.
Goodwill. Tunaweka ikuwe ni kama us against them, ikuwe ni kama hii generation. It's about want a good.
Okay guys, let's move to asante sana Mahigi. Itabidi nipatie Elisha.
Mama, kuna kitu ameongea hapa kwa ni 1 second, I promise.
Okay, 1 second, go ahead.
About ya kwamba the company they are leaving Kenya. Na, kwa haraka tu, juzi UK inataka kuinvest partnership of 268 billion in Kenya. Can you imagine 266 billion in Kenya? What is going to do? Can you imagine the partnership of China with Kenya the other day? So you are telling me hawa ni wajinga, unatuambia hawa wenye watu wametoka. Na hawa wenye wanakuinvest kwani ni wajinga? Kwani wao ndio ama ni blind? Nyinyi mnasema ni hakuna kitu hiyo, hakuna zinafunga. You people, I don't know.
Thank you. Elisha, the mic is yours.
Your language.
Thank you. Oh, okay. I'll address that. Elisha Nyakeno, and I'm sorry. And guys, keep tapping, please. Tap, guys. Elisha Nyakeno. Pia lingia na amelanda. Elisha. Let me drop it. Oh, Kibet Langat. The topic is about Sabasaba kama ukujua.
Nimesikia mambo hapo watu wakiongea. Kesho Sabasaba venye baba amesema, the best thing sisi wenye wako Nairobi of course waende Kamukunji, wapatane na mzee na waende nyumbani. Hiyo mambo ya maandamano, it's uncalled for. It's one of the worst behaviors that we can have as Kenyans. Mi iko na point mbili nataka kupass out here. Right now, we have a very unpopular government. Yes, we agree it's very unpopular to some people, but it doesn't mean that they don't have their own supporters. They do. And if by any means, those people who are aiming to make this country ungovernable, make their wishes come true, it means that in the future, wewe ukikuja na watu wako 6,000,000, mi na uingie kwa serikali, nitakuja na wangu 4,000,000 ni make sure utaikaa kwa hiyo serikali. I believe you people are seeing that thing, because majority of the people who are in towns does not culminate through votes. Of course, majority of them are voters, but it doesn't mean that because mko towns, you represent the people in rural areas. No, those people in rural areas, they have their own opinion. And you cannot dictate whatever that is going to happen in a country without the input of those people in the rural areas. So sahi hapa wanajita Gen Z tunaenda maandamano. Of course, I'm saying wanajita Gen Z because there's nothing like that. Long before, we never had such things. Wale wanajita Gen Z, munataka kusema we'll make this country ungovernable. Mwisho ya siku, wewe mwenyewe siku ile utaingia kwa hiyo uongozi, umepewa na watu hata kama ni 500 na kuna wengine 200 wamekuoppose. Wao 200 wakimake sure utakaa kwa hiyo kiti, do you think the 500 people that supported you will be there to save you? Never. It will be you against those 200 people. But if you will go for another election, of course your people might vote for you still, but the same 200 will oppose you. But the same 200 are very noisy. Remember, noise and votes are two different things. Kama Raila angekuwa, kama kelele ingekuwa inachukua kura, Raila angekuwa amechukua way before. So don't allow yourself to be used by politicians. 80% ya watu wanasema wanajita Gen Z, wanasupport wengi wanasupport Gachagua, wengine wanasupport the Matiang'i, wengine wanasupport Kalonzo, alafu mnajita Gen Z. Kama ingekuwa ukweli ni magen Z, kuna Gen Z anaomba kura, anaitwa Morara Kepaso, ana hata support ya magen Z, anasupportiwa na millennials na ni mtu Gen Z yeye mwenyewe. Au magen Z ni watu wanatumika na wanasiasa 2 3 hapa na wanalipwa daily. So we need to be very objective as Kenyans, because if whatever that we do to this government might also come back to yourself in the near future. Mimi nikiwa shule, mwalimu wangu alikuwa ananiambia, okay, mnataka kuchoma hiyo dormitory yenu, mchome. Siku ile utakuwa pia kiongozi, ngoja pia hiyo kitu ikuje ikufanyikie. And that is the day you will know machuto ni mchuku. And I came to realize baadaye yenyewe hiyo kitu ilikuwa very true. Because when you are leading, you also need respect and support from your people. And if you will not support whoever is in that place at that time, ikifika time yako pia utakuwa na mashida. So that is one thing that we need to know as Kenyans. Kitu ya pili Kenya nilikuwa nataka kuongelelea. Sisi tunaenda, wale watu wanaenda maandamano, it's your democratic right kuenda maandamano. But let's also mind about other people who are not into the demonstration. Juzi watu wakienda maandamano, kuna wamama wengi walikuwa assaulted, kuna wengi walirepiwa, kuna wengine walipigwa visu na hawana any uhusiano na hiyo maandamano. Mwisho ya siku tukakuja tukafocus maisha yetu na wale watu wenye walipigwa marisasi na polisi. Of course we demand justice for those who were shot and they were not rioty protesters. We ask justice for those people. But also we must demand justice for those women who are raped. We must demand justice for those women who are assaulted. We must demand justice for those Kenyans wenye walipigwa visu. Sio eti wengine ni more special than others. Kumbuka huyo mama alirepiwa, ni mama ya mtu, ni sister ya mtu, ni boyfriend ya, ni girlfriend ya mtu, ni pia mtoto wa mtu. So if we will not demand justice for those people wenye walifanyiwa hizo madhambi na maunyama, we will become part of the accomplice. Tutakuwa kama hawa askari wenye walipiga hawa wengine marisasi, because we are not demanding justice equally. We are demanding selective justice. So we need to be very focused and we need to be very objective. Tusijifanye hapa ni serikali peke yake inafanya madhambi na sisi pia tunafanya madhambi. We need to be very objective in everything that we do, and we need to ask and demand justice for everything that happened in this country. Let's not be selective when we are asking for justice. Tukienda memorial service ya wale vijana walikufa last year, hatukuenda memorial service kwa wale watu waliumia, hatukuongelelea wale watu walipoteza makazi zao. Mbona tuna select justice? That is to mean we are being used politically. That is why even right now as we speak, President hata asikiangi maneno ya emergency, because ameshaona already hawa watu washa lose focus. They are not objective. Sahi wakiambiwa mkuje tuongee, what are your demands? Munataka kutupetition tufanye nini kama serikali? They are not objective. Hawana anything, they will not say anything. Watasema hatukusema tunataka affordable housing, hatukutema tutaki NHIF. They will hawatakuwa very objective in whatever they will say. So we need to be very objective and we need to call these young people in
We
order.
Mheshimiwa Cherargei, wacha kudanganya watu.
So we need to call the young people and our young brothers and sisters to order so that we can have an order in this country.
Calm down, wajia majinisi waongee. Mheshimiwa, this is
if we will not have an order in this
Cherargei,
country,
with your due respect, just calm down.
Hold on, Adrian Anyona. There is
No, let this guy calm down. Awachie majinisi
no.
waongee. Sisi tunamjua. This is no miangushe. And that's why you've been giving other.
of course, we have freedom of expression and everybody have their own opinion and their own say. So it doesn't mean that if I will say anything that will make you feel like umeguswa mahali, you need to check on yourself, because maybe whatever I'm saying is truth. And sisi kama Wakenya, most of the time, we like people who will massage our ego and tell us what we want to hear, and they will never tell us the truth. So sometimes we need to accept to be told the truth, hata kama ni uchungu sana, tukubali tuambiwe ukweli at that point. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much for your contribution. Do anybody wants to rebuttal? Kama
Yes.
sivyo nitapatia Moses. Okay,
Yes.
The governor, okay, go ahead.
Before I go ahead, I wanted to know, is Kibet Lagat Honorable Cherargei? So that we accord him the respect he deserves if he's...
I've never even seen Cherargei live. I only see Cherargei on TV.
Okay. Chair, that's what I wanted to know. Thank you.
Okay, Moses, I don't know kama umejua the topic. Nimeona ulisend request. Do you want to talk, contribute? Ama kama... And guys, keep tapping. Moses?
Mimi nasema hivi. Mimi nasema hivi. Nimepata mkiongelea kuhusu nini Sabasaba ama?
Ilikuwa about Sabasaba kesho. What's your take with the Sabasaba na maandamano na...
Mimi nasema hivi. Kulingana na vile Mheshimiwa Raila alisema. watu wakusanyike, waongee, watoe maoni yao, lakini wasiende kwa streets. Hiyo ndio kitu nasema.
Umemaliza?
Nimemaliza.
How about Gen Z's also maandamano kesho and colliding with them?
Hiyo ndio nasema. Hiyo siku ya Sabasaba haifai kuwa ya maandamano.
Okay.
Inafaa ikuwe ya kuongea na kusikizana na kupeana mwelekeo mzuri kwa nchi.
Okay. Okay. I'll give Boiler. Yako ilikuwa fupi sana. Hakuna shida, santi do. Boiler?
Mimi pia nitaunga huyu jamaa huyu anaitwa Moses vile amesema, mkono ni mzuri tu. Kama ni hiyo mambo ya Sabasaba, watu wakutane vile mheshimiwa Raila amesema, waongee basi, waelewane. Hakuna haja ya kwenda kusumbua mali ya watu na kuharibu shughuli za watu za kazi. By the way, hata sisi kazini tumepewa off na sisi ni hand to mouth. Sasa tunaona hapo tumeumia already. Ni hayo tu.
Okay. I think we digested everything. Kuna mtu hapa nataka kuongea. The field is now open. Whatever you guys want to add, what can take your country a step, what can make it stay back, what can make it join the first world country instead of being ranked as the third world country. Whatever you guys want to add, you can go ahead and add. I think, and keep tapping, please. Keep tapping.
Very fast.
Okay,
Very
I want
fast.
to talk
Very
about
fast. Very fast. Very fast. I was fast. I was first one. I want to say, for us to go the country to have a change, the problem of 6 years, we should give this president humble time to do. Even they should put themselves in that shoe. Mahiga, put yourself in the same shoe. Hata kama umewekwa hapa tu kiongozi wa hapo, kwani miaka 2 utakuwa umeachieve shida zenye mwenye alikuwa mbele yako na mwenye alikuwa mbele yako utaachieve, utazimaliza kwa miaka 2. And yet you are carrying the whole nation where we are behind 60 years. Problems are so many. Let's give the president time, and the more we are making noises, the more the more we burn down the Naivas. The Naivas will evacuate in this country and go to Tanzania, the ones you are mentioning. So the country also, they are seeing the bad environment. That's why they are shifting. But the president is a great ambassador of this country and is wooing investors with so many goodies that are coming in our nation. Let's try to be a very good example. I think the president loves this so much, this country, than Gen Z, because we compare them. He's trying to make yet them they are destroying the name of this country when they are all over in the world in the news, showing how the Gen Z are banning the country. The same Gen Z, they will apply visa to go those countries. They will say, you are Gen Z between this age and that, you will be denied the visa to go there because they know you go there and start bringing the problem. These countries are very wise. They are noting down. Continue banning your future. Continue. You will find yourself in a big problem. Don't think that you will tell me, yes, I will stay here. Yes, you will stay here, but you don't still need people. You can't be an island. You need people. So please, let's have very good advice to Gen Z. Kindly refrain yourself from the banning and destruction of properties. You are sending the investors who will give you the employers to the same Gen Z. You are advocating to give the jobs. So cool your ego. Cool. And let's have a good conversation, structure that, and we'll have a very good country. It's a good country, actually.
Thank you so much for your time. I'll give Mahigi, na uko mbali nitakupatia, alafu mi pia nitaongea kidogo. Nime conduct na hata siongei. I'll give
wacha mimi niongee. Mimi nimeona kuna watu, I'm not in that. So what I'll say this about becoming number one. Najua ukitaka kazi, the reason why Kibaki performed because he got alikuwa na Raila's akakuwa na as minister for agriculture, akakuwa na the best minister mwenye tushai kuwa na yeye wa transport, ambaye alikuwa Michu na work revolution. So as that kwa hii third world, first of all get the right job. Let's get a minister for IT. Get a minister for health anajua mambo na pata mtu amefanya hata public health structure na ukiweka minister mzuri kama Raila, ukimweka vizuri kwa ministry yake, someone who knows how to handle that, most of the factories were working. So ukiweka mtu hajielewi, hapo inakuwa shida, and that's why unapata watu wanapoint watu. So ona sasa unapatia mtu ya polisi, the same person. I've talked to my officers at a police station where police and people interact. So you tell them today, but yesterday you told them that anybody that approaches the station inakuwa mambo ngumu. We can't go like that. Yes, if we kampuni kwa kampuni leo, then employ watu hawajajua about IT. Watu tafute manager amejua kufanya, tafute financial analyst, a very good coder, a good company perform. That's what I can say.
Okay, thank you so much. I don't know about the CS with their background of performance, but I know for sure Mbadi is an economist who can lead the finance.
Allow me to correct one thing keje Mahigi amesema. I agree with you, Kibaki performed. Yes, there's no issue about that. But also you need to agree that Kibaki karibu atolewe 207, because in Kenya we reward numbers, we don't reward technocrats. Sahi ukitaka ukue sema hata governor, ukitaka watu utawasupport kama watu watakusupport ni politicians, not the technocrats. Sahi wewe huwezi omba kiti utumie daktari ama mwalimu ama lecturer or professor kama mtu wako wa mkono. They will not agree with you. Kenyans wanataka politicians, and that is a fact. Hata Ruto lazima ange appoint watu wake wenye walimsaidia kuingia kwa hiyo kiti, because that is the nature of Kenyan politics. But the second term of President Kibaki, that is the time alileta watu wenye si wanasiasa wengi kwa serikali yake na akaongeza technocrats kwa serikali yake. That was the second term. But the first term alireward numbers. So that is a correction genye nilikuwa nataka kusema.
Through the chair.
Aliperform after 10 years. Hakuperform after 2 years for Mahiga.
Acha ni respond kwa huyu ilikuwa rebuttal yangu.
Okay.
Naelewa Philo unataka Ruto apite. Okay, atapita kama atavutiwa. I don't have the power ya kumtoa. Can you proceed? Sasa hiyo ndio mentality Kibet tunataka kutoa. Like ati sasa mimi ukinichagua, I'm focusing much on the that's not how it's supposed to be. Nifanye kazi. Let's your work. And that's why nafikiria we should story ya kusema ya kuweka vitu tribal mpaka ati kwa sababu corrupt alinisaidia kuingia kwa that mentality. ikuwe nikiingia kwa kitu what start working tafute kwanza kuward that's why our politics because sasa ikifika hapo like tutakuwa in a, like a loop.
Swali.
Unafika mahali tunapata tutabaki
Through the chair.
Swali.
Through the
Okay,
chair.
go.
1 second.
Wacha Governor mjibu alafu ndio ujibu Philo. Governor, what did you want? Oh, go ahead Philo then.
Nauliza tu Mahiga, ni nini yenye serikali haifanyi uiondoe leo? Ni nini haifanyi?
First of all, wewe una power ya kuondoa. So the first thing kuna ministers wenye tasema tu clear. Kuna some ministers wenye hawafai kuwa kwa hizo. Because ukiangalia vizuri they are just sababu huwezi niambia leo utaambia polisi watu and then kesho
Ujaelewa swali yangu, ni nini serikali haifanyi? Serikali haifanyi.
Nimekuelewa, si hiyo ndio
haifanyi. Wacha ya personal, zingine ni political because wherever you are standing.
Okay, let me come to your level basi. Okay, unataka nikuaje kwa sababu
na kuambia unaenda personal kwa watu, ilhali hao watu ni watu ambao unasikia pia opposition hawataki watu, wanataka wawekeo watu wao. So that's why I'm saying ukienda hivyo hamtaelewana.
Wacha niseme kitu hapa. I think the first time I had shoot to kill was with Kibaki in 2007/8. And because nobody held him accountable for that, every person that comes after him follows that suit. I'm not okaying it. It is not okay. But we failed as Kenyans to hold Kibaki accountable when he said ordered shoot to kill order with body bags and being, it was bad. Our country was sinking into some civil war. But people sat back pretty and watched. So I think every leader finds that very easy in their lips to say because they saw somebody said it before and was not held accountable. That is the sad part. But I'll give Governor, amtaenda na Philo back and forth. Governor wanted to say something, but I was just trying to let you guys know where it first came from, when I had it. I don't know when anybody else had it, but me, the first time I had it was with Kibaki. Anyway, go ahead, Governor.
Exactly. That is what I wanted to react. Kibaki gave a shoot to kill to, was it NRM in Mombasa? He also gave a shoot to kill to, I think, the bandits and all that. Maigi, there's this conception that Kibaki was the best president, that most of the agencies are assuming these evils you are seeing today were not in Kibaki's 2 terms. Let me tell you, when Kibaki took office in 2002, the first thing he did, he tried to bring policies that would, in his finance bill, that would bring more money for him to bring development. In his second year, the noises that were all over the country, I think Nyamama, Sam, and maybe Moses and others will bear witness here. The noises were too much to the extent that Kibaki said, let us change the constitution if what I'm doing is unconstitutional. He went ahead and brought the constitutional amendment in 2005, which Kenyans, through the ODM, the Orange Movement, shot it down. And that is how Kibaki popularity went down after he lost a constitution that the government was pushing for better Kenya. And then 2007, no, everybody knows Kibaki lost. And he forced himself to government. And thereafter, Kibaki increased the loans and taxes. That's why you are saying today Kibaki was the best. And that is exactly what is happening to Ruto. There was a time when Kibaki disbanded the whole executive and appointed new ministers. We know all those stories. And it's the same reflection is happening to Ruto's first term government. The first 2 years is exactly the same what happened to Kibaki in his first term 2 years. What we are saying, let us give the president his time, his constitutional time, but we should not slip from correcting him. Maybe what made Kibaki great is the correction that Kenyans put on him, and that's why you are saying is great today. Let us not hate our president. By hating the president as a symbol of national unity, it means we also hate the nation, and we are here to destroy the nation. Nobody is happy to see Kenya collapse. That's why most of the time when Mahigi, I don't know if you have realized, every time you try to speak, people try to advise you here in this platform. From the beginning, that's what I've noticed. Everybody, when you speak, those who support Gen Z and those who don't, they have a click where they have corrected you that is wrong, this is right. Let us give the president time where we can correct. Let us correct with respect and decorum. When you approach a president with political slogans, he will approach you politically. He will approach you politically, and that's why you see all these dogs that are backing against the NCs and other people coming to defend the president. Number 2, you said you are not political, but there are politicians who are taking advantage of you, of your agitations for them to score. That's why on 25th, you saw Kalonzo, you saw Maraga, and others coming to sit on you to do demonstrations with you. Those guys are taking advantage of you, but you think they are supporting you. That support you will be expedited in the ballot. So if you love the country and you want to correct it, with the exception of politics, move away from the slogans that will drag you to politicians. But let us give the president his time. Otherwise, he will be. We will analyze him later after this term. Tuongoje kwa ballot, tutamtoa tu. Hata mimi nafanya kazi na sifurahi pesa yangu inatolewa kwa payslip, iende sijui NHIF, iende sijui affordable housing. But what am I supposed to do as a rational Kenyan? I have to stay at peace and wait the ballot and send the president home. That's what I wanted to say. Thank you. Back to chair.
Okay, thank you so much. Anybody else who want to talk? Go ahead, Mahigi.
Governor, okay, I've heard you. Okay, your view yangu kama ya mahali ni hata ukiangalia social because I know one thing. Okay, inaweza kuwa one time, inaweza kuwa two sema ni what happened. I want to have policies. Niko yangu ni nataka tukiwa the docket yenye sana zote ningependa kuona come up with policy. What does Kenya have? Yani tuko hapa countries kama America, kuna America has faith. Haya, Korea has them. China has what does something like so mbona tusiwe na minister mwenye anaweza kama hapo. That's why nilikuwa nasema wanajua that hata kama ni politician ako of IT politician mwenye amefanya IT anajua watu kwa mtu mwenye alisoma animal health huko tunampatia mtu alisoma kuna shida tu ya unapata unapata like hatuna watu wanajua what is we don't have someone who has the technical know-how of how this
Point of correction.
the transition wangi inakuwa like tukiwa na so I would like to see a situation where kukiwa na new serikali like kama mwenye alikuweko provided
Point of correction.
mweka wakishamweka nasema ile sensitive kama vile instead of just kutoa mtu labda mwenye ashikilie kidogo ama don't just drop the whole thing. Yes. Hapo hatutalaumu tutalaumu transition. That's where the problem is. Wapatie watu kazi kama health kama
unajirudia tu, si umemaliza, umejirudia tu.
kama minister mbona tusipatie kama babu that's where the bug.
Okay.
Point of clarification.
Nataka correct kiasi.
Philo and then Okiki,
yes.
Oh, okay, hold on. Philo ya 30 seconds, then Okiki,
Yes.
then governor, alafu tupatie Abdi boss ameingia saa hivi, tusikie maoni yake, but you three can rebuttal Mahigi.
Yes. Mahigi ni vile unaongea haki ni kama hauko updated with so many things, because ukiniambia ya kwamba ukisema kwamba ati hawakwangi na government yenye inakuja project aziendeleangi sijui inakuanga aje, ni kama aziendelee. Is that are you okay kweli? Because it is in this government. Listen, it is in this.
Amejua kitu na maanisha. Learn to before you answer. Mimi naona ni kama hauna point because
wewe okay, listen. Nitaenda tu pili umesema na nitakupenda kuuliza swali moja. Niacha nikuulize tu swali moja. Matiang'i professional yake ni gani?
Profession ya Matiang'i.
Na alifanya vizuri kwa education.
Matiang'i ni education.
Alifanya vizuri kwa education because ashai hata kwa
ati ame
what education is about.
Na profession yake ni gani?
Chukue dio nimpatie education.
Okay.
Dio anafanya nini?
Nimekuuliza professional yake ilikuwa ni gani?
Amesoma IT na baada amefunza.
Na alifanya
he was a teacher at campus level. The IT students. So, ni mtu anaweza handle both IT na anaweza funza na anaweza handle education because
na Michuki alikuwa profession yake. Na Michuki alikuwa profession gani?
Why your ministry work alimpatia another person who was avi was Magoha. That's why that ministry it work.
Do you know
Unajua kwa
PS?
nini Matiang'i alikuja akaflop kwa interior? Aliflop
Do you
kwa
know
interior because not know how interior done.
do you,
That's why
and do you
Matiang'i
know
flopped.
sawa, ndio nimekuleta hiyo discussion kwa sababu umesema kwamba waweke wale wako in your profession. Yes, I agree with you, but kuna wale wameperform hata kama sio their professional, so that's why nakwambia enda vizuri kuanga kwe unaangalia both side, unatembea katikati ya barabara, usiende ukiendea side moja, taanguko kwa pavement. Toka katikati ya barabara. The other thing umesema kwamba ya project, namalizia ya project umesema ati government ikiingia ati inafaa kuwa iendelee, siache kuendelea na project zenye zilikuwa iendelee. Na which is this government doing? All the Mau roads are being done. All the CBC vile ilikuwa haikuondolewa. It's just that recommendations are from the parents. They were crying of 1, 2, 3 things. That's why it was recommended some few things, so there were changes. So it's not that what you are saying that government inastopishanga. Project za Kibaki zilimaliziwa na Uhuru. Project za Uhuru zinamaliziwa na Ruto. Sasa ni nini point yako nasema kwamba ati lazima kwa so malalamizi zenyu hata hazieleweki ama okay, what you are saying I disagree with you because it's not factual, has no good research and a bit to you have a misleading information.
Relax. Sema malalamishi zenyu. Unajua wewe una argue from an biased perspective. Mimi nikiongea hapa naongea as Collins. So usiniaddress as I'm talking as Collins, right?
Guys, nyinyi mnapenda kuenda back and forth. Wacha Okiki aongee.
Can I speak?
Okiki pia alikuwa na kitu alafu governor.
Yeah,
For you, Mahigi. I think the best thing I'll do is anybody who wants to rebut one person wote mnaongea alafu anawajibu pamoja because hii inachukua time. Okiki ukishaongea hold on Mahigi alafu governor aongea alafu Mahigi wajibu wote. 30 seconds for you, Okiki.
I wanted to engage him directly. Kindly just give me 1 minute. I'll be done. Maigi, how many cabinet secretaries do you have in Kenya? Maigi, Amanda.
I'm here.
How many CSS do you have in Kenya?
Numbers.
Maybe 22.
Yes. Huh?
That's why I told you you are kunyuma sana.
Philo si wewe unaongea. What's your point?
I told you.
Philo mute please. Watch Okiki amjibu. Okiki ongea nae alafu governor.
Yes. Now Collins, nataka tusaidiane kidogo. Of all the ones you know, how many are you dissatisfied with?
Please, can you guys stop? Stop, please, to Nanguka?
I'm dissatisfied with it.
Murkomen, okay?
I am dissatisfied.
So those are 3.
I'm dissatisfied also with Ed. I'm also dissatisfied.
Oh, those are 5. So let's go to education. Who is the CS for education? Migas Ogamba, yeah.
I can't really know the name, but
Ogamba Migas. Huh? Do you know his profession?
I know it's not education like profession.
So whom will you expect to be the CS for education in terms of professionalism?
You can put someone like, for example, not forever, a teacher forever. Ama utafute anybody. Kuna watu wengi wanajua hiyo mini. That's my opinion also. Mimi ningefikiri kama mimi
Zakaria teacher. Okay. What about you talked of trade? Trade is held by Lee Kinyanjui. Do you know his profession?
I don't know. but najua amekuwa governor.
Then why don't you want him in that position?
I can see ni vile sijaona policy zake.
Now,
Yes.
now, if I'm the right person, if I have the correct qualification to be holding such a position of a cabinet secretary, let's say for trade, and things are not working out for me, the first solution is not to kick me out of that ministry. First, I think it's your work to help me come up with policies or suggest them through the right avenues which are available, so that we get to implement them. Now, just to finish, you've heard here several times. There is no specific time you'll get a president appointing the full cabinet as or with the emphasis on the professionalism, because of one factor of they have to balance it out. So if let's say 75 or 80% of my cabinet are professionals, then I decide to balance the rest. Let's give credit where it is due.
Okay, so
Okay. You are to listen to all of us and respond together.
Ngoja tumalizane huyu. Maybe nikiongeza suggestion, but not possible to have was worked in that or who is qualified to handle that. Why don't we have a PS who has that? So kama education tumekuwa na for a very long time na amekuwa kiperform, mbona angewekwa tu, mbona
so who is the PS? No. Who is the PS education?
Najua Bello Kipsang alitoka hiyo one of because he has served under.
But I think in most of these ministries, you'll find out that the president has done that balancing act, so that if the appointee is a political figure, then he must have a professional PS to do the accountability part, so that the minister is only there for policy formulation. Yeah, I think that balancing has been there. Let's just appreciate the president to the extent that he has done well. Thank you.
Okay.
Governor, Governor, the mic is yours, please.
Okay. Okay, Maigi, much has been said by Bello and Okiki, but you said you are dissatisfied with the Minister of Health. Yesterday, there was a press by, I think, was it nurses or appreciating that Adan Duale has done best without Mandamano in the ministry. Did you see that news? And Adan Duale, Adan Duale is a lawyer, and the people working under him are saying he's the best. So this issue of trying to say ministries should be led by those who have academic qualifications to suit their at some point you are right, but do you know kazi ya minister inakuanga tu limited to policy? Chini yake kuna administrators who execute the ministry policies. Him is just to provide leadership, and when we mention leadership ainanga qualification, ndio maana hakuna course unafunzwa leadership. Anybody can lead any docket. Umesema tu Institute of Management, that is management and not leadership.
What What I want to say is that
So
at some
bado kidogo, when you leadership and management are two different courses. Hata wewe si nani huyu minister wa water, this Gen Z yenye Ruto alipatia water, walisema ni water engineer. Have you seen him doing anything na hiyo profession yake? Huyu mwenye ametoka sijui Kamba ama wapi, umemwona? Is qualified in that ministry. Nini hiyo sauti yako iko chini?
Nasema huyo ndio mwingine a very big flop. Mbona
So is giving you a challenge, is giving a challenge to your question that why no qualified members of our society are not appointed to those positions. So tuachana hiyo topic. What is there is competency kulingana na venye mtu amepewa kazi. Ada Ndwale wakati amekuwa wildlife alisumbuka watu, alisumbukana na watu, lakini ameletwa health, amefanya. Do you know Sam Ongeri, was it in Kibaki's or Uhuru's government, performed better? Do you know nani Matiang'i, this Matiang'i wakati alipelekwa Ministry of Interior hapo hajawahi somea mambo ya uaskari, lakini aliwekwa kwa hiyo ministry. Na saa hii ndio Wakenya wanasema he was the best interior.
was the best in
And that's why we are saying this, hii mambo ya kuweka watu in appropriation of qualified personnel did not start today. It's perpetual. Imekuwa in every government.
Some wanted to add something, alafu nipatie Abdi.
I think I should go. I was to speak up to the governor.
Okay, go ahead. He wanted, Abdi, he wanted to rebuttal something that was said before to Mahigi, and then you will have the mic, please, if you don't mind. Sam, in 30 seconds.
And what Mai is saying, to some extent, is correct. There are some ministries which are not performing. A ministry like ICT by Kabogo is not working with the youth. He's supposed to work with the youth. And I don't know how he's interacting with the youth, who are, majority of them are ICT professionals. So there is a big gap there. There are some ministries which are performing very well. We are seeing Mbadi everywhere. We are seeing Opia Wandai everywhere. There are guys who are just quiet. You don't see them even on TV. You don't see them on site. So these are genuine concerns that I think the Gen Zs should have a documented and pinpoint them to the relevant authority, the president, that this person is not working. Badilisha huyu na huyu. This person is not working. We have a guy who here can do this job. I think Kenya will listen. They have a good, genuine concern. Our problem is the mode of communication is wrong. That's what I want to say. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much. Abdi. Mahigi hapo umegonga point.
Before Abdi, Maingi, nitaomba tu Maingi afanye kitu moja. If he knows anybody who is mobilizing Gen Zs, awaambie tu waandike hizo documents, walete ikiwa ni petition ya kwamba huyu minister afanye vizuri, huyu mwingine afanye vizuri. Mr. President, toa, usipowatoa kesho sisi tutakuwa maandamano. Tuone what the president will do.
I think my submission.
I think Abdi.
Okay, if you'll allow me. If you'll allow me.
Yes, the mic is yours.
Okay, if you'll allow me, my submission will be a bit lengthy, a bit detailed, and quite worrisome. You see, each and every one of us who is online right now, including those of us who are on the speakers list, and those of us who are on the panelists of listening, We are not politicians. Neither are we being fed by the politics. We are feeding ourselves by our own means. All we require from the governance is a conducive environment, a peaceful political atmosphere, and a cohesive society. And for us to have such kind of a situation, we should learn to tolerate. We should learn to allow ourselves to lead and be led. For instance, if you'll allow me just to put across some few facts, which almost each and every one of you are trying to avoid. I think we are at an unprecedented position as a country. The future of this country is at stake. And our sovereignty is on the tenterhook. If you sometimes just sit back, for your information, I'm also 27 years old, so I'm part of the Gen Z. Sometimes you just sit back and just try to reason with the Gen Zs. And they'll tell you that we are leaderless, we are tribeless, we are the borderless. But this is a country. For a country to move, it has to be governed. For governance to be, there are two options or three. There are countries that are being managed by the monarchy. There are countries which are being managed by dictatorials. There are countries that are being managed by the socialism. And there are the countries that are being managed by democracy. While we had all these problems, we had an education issue. We had a health sector issue. There was a time that the NHIF account was looted to zero. There was a time the education was a real problem. For instance, every policy that has been enacted will have an impact in the long run. For instance, Kibaki came up with the free education policy. The impact of that policy is being felt right now, 30 years later. Kibaki was ascended the presidency in 2002. We're in 2025. What are the results we are having? We are having a huge chunk of youth, very educated, but there is no job opportunities. The new policy, education policy that is being run is CBC. The impact of this policy will be seen 20 years from now, maybe in 2045. The kind of result we're going to have with the CBC is this. Unlike 844, CBC, you are being examined after every grade, class 3, grade 4, grade 5, grade 6. All these systems, all these grades that you're going to attain will be sent to the government. So by the time this kid gets to Form 6, the government will be able to establish the capacity of this kid. Unlike 844, mtu anasoma anaiba akiwa class 8, anaiba akiwa Form 4. So you're going to have a lot of quack doctors, incompetent people holding different offices. These are the impact of the policy, and the CBC is coming in to save this one. While at it, we are under a threat as a sovereign nation, not from outside. As we speak right now, kuna army at the border risking his life defending this country. Kuna police officer sai anasimama kwa barabara trying to keep orders. As we speak right now, there is a navy officer ako chini ya maji to protect this country. There are people who are sitting in Somalia risking their own life so that they'll protect this sovereignty. Look at what we are doing. We don't want to reason. We rather wave the flag trying to overthrow the president than trying to look into. When the nation falls, people go back and cry to the Western nation. We rather wave our flag in this nation, trying to look for accountability, to seek accountability from our own government, than going and parade ourselves in Hague. We want to do ICC to look into our issue. Instead of us going back to New York, we want the United Nations Security Council to look into our security. We go to Geneva, we want the UNGA to pass a resolution in our country. We cannot allow ourselves to go into that direction. We cannot. Maybe route was bad, maybe the system is not working, maybe the taxation is high, but above all, we have a country. Why am I saying this? If we are to march on the State House, why are we marching in the first place? We didn't march under Uhuru. We didn't march under Mwai Kibaki. We didn't march under Kenyatta. We didn't march even under Moi. Under Moi was an attempted coup. Now, are you guys trying to mean that whenever power shifts from the mountain, it has to be reclaimed back by revolution? Maybe you guys are seeing me as taking a side, but I'll give you some facts. When the power was shifting from the mountain, first through Kanu and Kadu, Kenyatta and his cronies forced the country to head into the direction of Kanu. The Kanu was advocating for unitary government. The Kadu was advocating for federal government, where each and every region, regardless of their number, will have an equal opportunity. Then came the time when Mzee Jomo Kenyatta fell ill. The Mount Kenya team united so that they will avoid or sabotage the ascendance of the then vice president to the presidency. Then we came under Kibaki. Kibaki and Raila were aspiring to the same position. By all facts and figures, Raila won. But who was sworn in? Kibaki. Why was all that possible? Because the mountain people could not watch or allow other people to lead us. Look at what's happening right now. The only region of this country that is leaderless is the Mount Kenya. Why am I saying this? If you look at the northern part, they have their own kingpin. If you look at the Kitui, their Kambas have their leader, who is Kalonzo Musyoka. You look at the Kisii part of this country, they have Watiangi, they have Maraga. Look at Mombasa, they have Joho. But if you look at the mountainside, they have no kingpin. Maybe they are now trying to. The mountain doesn't have a kingpin.
Doesn't.
They do. Mudavadi is there. Wetangula is there. He is the kingpin.
If he's the kingpin, how many votes did
he is the foreign. He is now the prime minister. And is capable of running for presidency. The Mount Kenya team doesn't have a kingpin because nobody from the mountain has the power to unite this country. Or nobody from the mountain has the power to pull all the nation together. They had Rigathi Gachagua. Rigathi was impeached. He cannot run for presidency. So whatever Yat is trying to be portrayed as Gen Z is the Mount Kenya cocoon. If there is anyone who can debate me this out, I welcome it.
Gen Z are from
majority?
No, where
No, not even majority. Can I ask you something? Is this the beginning of okay. Okay, Morara is after his own interest. Kasmuel has already received his pan. That's why he's leaving the country. Can I ask you
They
something?
still have leaders.
They do have. Can I ask you
it's not
something?
about the mountain, right?
It is. Okay, can I ask you something? Okay, can I ask you something? Okay, has the unemployment started today? No, I'm asking you a question.
Through the chair, Abdi was making his point, and it's moving to a rebuttal. Please.
Okay. I'm
Let
asking
us
you.
give him time to
I think.
express.
That's my question.
Okay, respond. Okay. All the loans that we owe as a nation, which amounts to trillions. For your information, Uhuru Kenyatta took 6.7 trillion of loan. All this amount of money has matured and it has to be repaid. Am I right? The job and the unemployment thing didn't start today. The health insecurity didn't start today. The water problem didn't start today. But under all this presidency, we've never matched the State House. Why today? Why the bloodshed during 2007, 2008? Why are we marching to the State House in the first place? I'm getting it right. Why are we marching to State House?
Okay,
Mahiga,
did you?
Mahiga, keep quiet.
Abdi, did you finish your submission before we opened the floor for rebuttal?
Not yet.
I think I can conclude.
Okay, you want 30 seconds to conclude? Did I hear you right?
I've already concluded. I'm ready for rebuttal.
Okay, anybody
yes,
who wants to...
just me a question. I talked about okay. One thing there are those things, and then there are people, because kuna country yenye politicians wanataka kuna Gen Z is not a Mount the only Mount Kenya thing is you are just
I'm asking you one
that's
thing.
what I can say.
I'm asking you one thing. Why are we marching to the State House?
What I
That's the hashtag. Can you see what the likes of Guido was posting? Can you see what the likes of Nderitu are posting? No.
Huyu
You
hana
guys are
clue.
advocating for this. Let's
Huyu
face the
hana clue,
reality.
hata maswali unamuuliza hana clue, hata jibu. Usiwaste time yako. Huyu hata jibu. Sasa nataka kuniambia hakuona watu wakienda State House, anataka kutuambia hata kuona watu hapa anajifanya fanya hapa. Wewe unatupima hapa bana. Huko na watu wakienda State House the 25th, unajifanya unasema tu watu ungeona watu wakiandamana.
So
I think it will get to a point. Mahigi, I think this thing will get to a point where when you guys are marching to the State House, we'll organize a counter march, peaceful one. We cannot allow you overthrow the presidency. We cannot allow you. We cannot allow you. We cannot allow you.
First of all, understand what stand for the hakuna Gen alisema unless najua because that's what Gen Z mnawajua.
Okay. Okay. Why?
Ulimuona pale?
Ngoja.
Shakira Wafula. Muona akienda nini?
Okay, can I ask you something?
Ulisikia akisema watu waende huko?
Okay, can I ask you something? You guys went to parliament, literally exposed this country to the entire world. Sawa. 2, you guys want to march to State House. And you want us to just sit back and assume nothing is going on. If you guys, once you guys touch the State House,
kuna kuanga na goons.
Not goons.
Goons ndio wanakujanga kuharibu property.
No, we are not talking about property. We are not talking about property. We are talking as on the sovereignty of this country. Unajua kuna vitu mnaweza fanya mkiibiana mufanye nini, it doesn't concern us. But once the sovereignty of the country is threatened, it concerns each and every one of us. For me, mimi si huwezi sema mimi ni Kalenjin. Mimi si Mkikuyu.
It seems like
no.
It seems like Abdi.
Yes.
It seems like Maigi does not know the tradition of how do I call a civilian causing unrest and marching or entering into State House. It seems like they don't know what will play out later if a million or thousands of people get into State House. That is a coup. And a coup means maybe Mahigi, I see you are a good student. You better go and research. Hata kama ni kuuliza AI, it will explain to you if you go to State House in the manner of a demonstration, the country collapses right there. The army will take over and things will change. You will go there smiling, mutaingia mkismile, lakini within 2 or 3 minutes, now everything will start and you will run home crying. I can tell you. Maybe Abdi will explain more. Mambo ya kuenda State House is a joke. It's a joke that we will not accept because we know the outcome.
First of all,
No, you're not aware.
Kitu iliplaniwa ni ilikuwa watu waende test warudi nyumbani. That was the plan of so you State House. Yes, nyinyi mnafuata zaidi. Unajua
hata watoto wa,
someone like Philo
hata
najua
watoto wa,
anafuata story kwa sana.
hebu kesho asubuhi toka
Mimi
uulize
mwenyewe
watoto wadogo hapa, uulize kama watu walienda State House, watakuambia.
I don't rank namwonanga kati.
Okay, nani huyu tunaongea naye?
Someone
Unajua nataka
who judge
kuelewa.
about Kenyan youth. So
Ni Gen Z.
that's my
Tunaongea na
personal
Gen Z.
opinion about sawa.
Okay,
So,
guys. Kuna
Mahigi.
MG amepanda na kuna Elvis amepanda. Tuwezi wacha tupe I don't know if they listened to what the topic. Please, Elvis, the mic is yours.
Please give them the questions that we were discussing, because hata Abdi ni kama hajajibu swali ya Kamkunji nani.
Okay,
na
what's your
Sabasaba.
take on Sabasaba tomorrow? Ilikuwa hata ninasahau sahi.
Ilikuwa the take on Raila comment kuambia Wakenya wasiende street lakini waende Kamkunji.
Okay, can I respond to that? Unajua, I'm yet to respond to that.
Okay, go ahead, alafu Elvis.
Okay, I think
Abdi, what happened? He fell? Abdi?
okay. Yes.
Oh,
Can you hear me?
Yes, please guys tap. I think tunaenda kuanguka. Please guys tap. We have Elvis who has to talk. We have MG who has to talk.
Please, Chair, I want you to help us on this platform because some of the things Mahigi anaongea hapa natufanya sisi hatujui. Anasema hakuna watu walienda State House na vitu zingine hapa. You can help us to moderate him because anako hapa na argue.
There were people who attempted to go to State House but walipotea hawakufika on the 25th Mahigi.
Wengine walisema miguu ilikataa kuenda mbele.
I'm not aware. Mimi sema hawakuenda.
Sasa tukikwambia usikii, tukikwambia kila kitu usikii. When we are telling you don't listen.
That was not the plan.
Let me present my case now because Mahigi is being ignorant. Mahigi is being ignorant. So let's just forget about ignorance. Let's focus on one thing. I think whatever Raila is doing for the betterment of this country. Once a country is mentioned, each and every person who has ever walked in this land is involved. And we are setting a very wrong precedence for the future generation. The generation, if this thing will continue this way, it will get to a point where none of us will allow any one of us to lead us. If we'll have to do this to Ruto, Ruto will not allow anyone else to lead. As a person, I'll also be doing that. If you guys never give me a conducive environment to lead you, who told you that they're going to give you the same so that you lead? That's all I have to say. And to encourage other Kenyans, don't march on the State House. If you have to present any issue, just walk around the street, play cards, then be gone. Thank you.
Okay, I'll give Ula ameshuka. MG, guys keep tapping. MG, what's your take on Sabasaba and going to Kamkunji as per Gen Z's demonstration tomorrow?
Yeah.
And as per
For me, I think Baba is just being Baba. He's trying to hijack this movement, and I think it's a plan from State House because, of course, they know Raila Odinga has a following. It's a way of diverting the attention of the people who are maybe planning to go to the streets to not do the things they were planning to do, because, of course, it's not like you have a parallel event now. Of course, some people are going to go to Raila Odinga's event, and he also wants to see where he is standing in terms of his popularity after shifting to government. So I think tomorrow is like a popularity contest. He wants to see, am I still commanding the numbers that people know I command? And of course, I think it's a plan from State House. If you look at it from an intelligent point of view, there is no way Raila Odinga, who was just sleeping, who was in slumberland, just woke up and realized that he needs to do an event in Kamukunji when other people are saying we are going to march maybe, or they are going to do their things in CBD.
So I think it is calculated. They know what they are doing. They're just trying to divert their attention. And also for Raila Odinga, he wants to see now, since he shifted to government, how are things going to look for, like for him? So I'm expecting to see very huge numbers and very huge mobilization by his people, of course, on the ground, and expect him to have a very good rally tomorrow. But it's just like a popularity contest for me, I would say.
Okay. Anybody who wants to rebuttal?
Question.
Okay,
Question.
go ahead, Philo.
He says that he was in slumber sleeping, so he has just woken up and it's a project from the State House. You are sending him to check on the popularity. I want to ask him, how many times has Baba gone for Sabasaba?
MG,
Many,
are you there?
he's been to Sabasaba many times, I think every year.
Correct. So your allegation right now, you are trying to insult our intelligence that he is being used by the state. So are you correct by saying that, yet you have just confirmed that he has been doing it? So if he does it the way he has been doing it, what is the problem with UMG?
My problem is that he joined government and he has been in this government. There's no way, like, for example, you expect him. For me, I consider him to be part of this government. And for him, he has said that everything is going on nicely. We are cruising nicely. So I wonder what event he's going to have tomorrow. I don't know what he'll be talking about tomorrow. I'll wait to see. But to be honest, for him, he's in government and he's saying that everything is perfect. The country is being run correctly and it's headed to the right direction. So I just wonder what his agenda will be for tomorrow. We wait and see. For me, I just know there will be nothing there on the table there. It will just be a popularity contest because for me, that is my belief for now.
Okay.
He has popularity. He has popularity already, and he has been having popularity. So there's nothing new to him. And also, he's trying to show the young people the way of doing demonstrations. And if you have issues to protest, he's trying to show them, because they forgot when he was a bit refreshing himself. So he has come back to show them the best way to do it. Thank you.
But Philo Rogers, if you are being honest, maybe a quick question to Philo Rogers. If you are being honest, the truth of the matter is that among the people who support Raila Odinga, there are some who are happy that they are in government. And of course, there's also a good number, especially the Gen Zs who used to support Raila Odinga, who also feel that it was not the right move. So of course, he's going to do it tomorrow and see how things are. Because for now, to be honest, he's not sure. He used, like, for example, he went to Kisii. You will see what happened in Kisii. Raila Odinga used to command Kisii. He used to command Western. It's a bit jittery right now. So even if you are saying that nothing has changed, not unless you are just burying your head in the sand, the truth of the matter is that there has been some tectonic movements in terms of his political support. So he needs to see how it's going. And tomorrow is the best opportunity that he has to do it.
In Kisii, he was in a small place part. He didn't be in all Kisii. So I think that way you'll be misinformed.
Guys, we are dropping.
Yeah, thank you.
Tunanguka, guys. Umeona filame katika. Keep tapping, guys. I'll give David Auma.
Thank you, Nyamama. Though being the fact that nimeingia katikati, but
it's about Sabasaba and Raila's speech about it. What do you think?
Okay. To me, with Raila,
do you understand the origin of Sabasaba?
I think Sabasaba is where the Kenya got multi-parties, something like that.
Yes, go ahead.
Okay. With Raila tomorrow joining the Sabasaba movement, I think that one is not a big deal because he has been doing it every year because it's the one of the casualties, one of the people who fought for the that Sabasaba. But the problem part of it, the current situation in this country is also one thing, being the fact that we have Gen Z on board. And the fight that Gen Z is fighting is similar to what Raila and his colleagues fought during Sabasaba. So this is a fight that, to me, the Gen Z is outshining because the way they are fighting for it is different with the way the Raila and his colleagues used to fight to force the Sabasaba. But Raila joining is also to test his popularity in Nairobi, mostly in Nairobi, and how can he compete with the wave of Gen Z as we speak. To me, being the fact that I've been a Raila supporter for quite long, but Raila is trying to test, because back, to me, I see his popularity is declining, and it is declining by far. Being the fact that he joined the Broadway's government, and yet since he joined the Broadway government, things that the Gen Z fought for, like judicial killing, corruption, misuse of public fund, is still going on, and this is the song of the day. So for that, that's the challenge that Raila has, Papa, now.
Okay. Who wants to rebuttal? If not, nitapatia David Maxeb. Anybody? Okay, David, the mic is yours. So I think David and MG are in the same space with.
Hello?
Yeah, the mic is yours.
Okay, yes. How is you doing?
We are hanging on well. Go ahead.
Okay. See, nini, ebu nilete kwa line, please. Hello. I think
No,
summary of maybe what we are
Hello.
I think.
Uskiki? Nasema it was about.
Unanipata?
Yeah, nasema it was about
Okay.
nini? Maandamano, okay. Not Sabasaba with Raila's input and what the Gen Zs have on the side.
Okay, to me, Hello.
Hey, bro,
Nasema
just talk, I have to mute ndio mtu usikike vizuri. So wewe ongea.
Okay, nasema okay, mambo na Sabasaba ni vizuri watu wapatane, wajikumbushe mahali multi-party system ilianzia, na wajikumbushe sababu ya multi-party system. The aim ilikuwa nini? Sababu ya kuanzisha hiyo Sabasaba 1990. Sababu yake ilikuwa ni nini? And what so far watu nini ile kitu already watu wame achieve so far. Hii mambo na Raila kusema atakuja, huyo mzee mambo yake tuachane nayo tu kabisa. Kabisa tuachane nayo. For sure, he has been taking us for granted. Anajifanya ako out to fight for the country, lakini amekuja kuprove ana fightingi kwa juu ya tumbo yake peke yake. Kwa sababu ukiangalia hizo time zote kutoka 1997 alikuwa opposition, akaona ako kwa mawe, akaingiana na Moi. Hakuingia na Wakenya, aliingia na peke yake. Come 2002, 2003 akafanya chenye alifanya Uhuru Park, akasema Kibaki tosha, of which ukiangalia vizuri kwa wale walikuwa hapo walikuwa wanapanga mipango ya ya opposition, that wasn't their aim. Hiyo ni yake, aliruka tu kujifurahisha, kujinufaisha kimpango. 2007 2008 kila mtu anajua chenye kilifanyika na yote ilikuwa juu yake. 2013, 2017, 2022 ndio huyu amekuja kuingiana na mwenye anamaliza watoto wetu. For sure. Yeah? Sasa anakuja kesho kufanya nini? Kupima watu akili? Unaweza beba watu ujinga kwa muda, lakini si wakati wote. Kenyans nao wako very sharp, wanaelewa who loves his country, nani anasema nini, ako ready kutetea haki za nchi yake na mwenye ako pale kukula. Kwa hivyo mimi kwa advice yangu yenye naweza mpea ni akae nyumbani, akae na Ruto, wakule chenye wanakula, watoke waende, period. Sasa mambo na nini, maandamano hello?
Yeah, maliza.
Yeah, maandamano ya Gen Z mi nasema ikue asubuhi, ikue mchana, ikue usiku, mpaka wale watu tulipea kazi. Because kuna kitu naona watu wanasahau. Being a president, unasahau wananchi ndo walikupea hiyo kazi na walikupatia wakiwa na imani na wewe, unaelewa the presidency. Governor anapewa kazi na wananchi wakielewa, anaelewa maana ya kukua governor. The same case senator, MP, women rep, MCA. Lakini once washaingia kwa kile na kwa zile viti, wanajifanya wao ni tumungu tundogo, tunafaa kuabudu, forgetting that we are their bosses. So either they like it or not, lazima either watusikize ama watoke waende. By the way, hii si tafadhali, they have to go.
David.
Whoever ako ready kufanyia wananchi kazi afanye. Whoever anajisikia ati yeye ako above everything, ole wake, lazima atatoka na lazima ataenda. Na by the way,
Through the chair.
Hopefully,
Can I rebuttal?
Come 2027, whoever anasikiza mimi, whoever anatusikiza ajue kama yuko in touch with the wananchi, mabozi wao wenye walimpea hiyo kazi, ajitayarishe kuenda kamiti, shimo atewa. Sawa.
Okay.
Thank you.
Asante. I'll give Governor to rebuttal. And I think Governor has something for you. Usiende mbali, David.
Okay.
The mic is yours, Governor.
Thank you. Devi, I can see you are very powerful. Sorry.
Yeah.
Your message is very powerful. And you speak like a
Yes.
leader. You speak like a leader, like
Yeah.
someone who holds the decision for everybody. But we are here to convince each other on the agendas that we support. Nobody
David,
here.
mute tu ndio utamsikia alafu utaresponda akimaliza.
Yes. Nobody here is supporting the government, but people want to hear these agitations and the questions you are asking. Do they hold water, or are they convincing so that people can rally behind you, so that we can all say Ruto must go? You have said some unclassified stories that Wakenya wamesema. Unajua, ukiona streets ya Nairobi imejaa with 1 million people, it does not mean that that is the decision of every Kenyan. There are those of us who would wish to ask questions and those questions to be answered properly for us to get convinced that what you guys are doing is rightful. Number 2, you cannot say after you take office, because you are very sure, and I would wish mtachukua hiyo office venye unasema, that after you take office you arrest everybody. It's like you guys, you want to operate outside the constitution that again you are defending. Yani una defend at the same time una attack. You have to abide by the rule of law. You have to convince us that nyinyi ni Democrats and you are here to protect the constitution. You cannot break the constitution eti because umekasirishwa. That one we cannot accept. It will scare some of us away and we will withdraw our support from supporting you. Tuache hasira. Kesho haitaleta mabadiliko yoyote kwa mtu yote mwenye yako ofisi. Hizi masheria of a taxation, I don't know these stories, hii policy yenye inakuja ingine taxes nini. Sio Ruto ndiye anatengeneza hizo vitu kwa bunge. Yes, we say ana remote control parliament, but we have power to threaten the MPs and senators. Ya kwamba mfanye hivi, kama hakuna we will impeach you. By the way, it's very easy to impeach a senator and an MP. We can collect signatures and those signatures will be verified. The problem is we don't have IBC now. So sometimes when you speak with such a power that you are the bosses, and because you are the boss, your decisions inashinda mpaka ya katiba, sisi tunaogopa sasa, tunasema hapo mmegusa waya na tuwezi